I also never started my recording. I mean, I totally started it on time, and I'm definitely not about to do my intro again. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, welcome to another episode of War of the Shattered Sun. I am your humble dumble master for the evening, Farting Tot, and I am joined by, only have half our crew. We're missing a few individuals today. Sarah is on vacation. Joe is currently without internet. And Punk's actually going to be here. Punk is just running late. So she will be here, though. Which is good, because if Punk had to skip out for today, we would not be playing. So we're gonna be working with these three for the moment. For the moment. How you guys doing?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah?
I've been so fucking busy.
I survived Digimon.
Dude, you did the title. You
I
Digimon
did?
and you survived.
Wow. I'm so clever.
Dude, bro, fucking Bandai Namco, they're geniuses, bro.
It's true. They really were Superman 4. They really were Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
What about you, Jay Frost? How are you, bud? Good answer.
Yeah. Still debating on that one.
Still debating on it. That's fine. Do y'all want to go ahead and do test rolls?
Yeah.
Numero uno.
Good start.
Oh, that does not bode well.
All right, fucking Mako, relax.
13.
For anyone who... All right, Mako, relax. For anyone who didn't see yesterday's episode of Between the Shadows, you will not understand the joke I'm making, and I highly recommend you watch it, because we have fun there, and it was really fucking funny. But anyways, let me go ahead and pull up a little bit of music for y'all, and we will get started. Last time, in the midst of your group's expansive amount of downtime, you all had a few things that you wished to do. Corey and Diana witnessed Nexus get into an altercation with another child, and the consequences that came with it. I probably should have redone that first line, because now it sounds like they wished to have Nexus get into an altercation. No, that was not the case. Flit used some of her druidic expertise to help around the Twilight District. Sarah met with Corvo Blackwell to learn how to properly use the weapons once belonging to her late Uncle Weston. Lily met with an empath known as Argona. I almost keep saying Organa. I've been doing that today, and I don't know why. I keep wanting to say Organa, and that is not it at all. Argona, who helped through a journey of self-discovery as well as better connect her with her own emotions. And Ravon received a tempting offer from the Stormlord Cord, in what can only be described as a crisis of faith. Your downtime has begun to accelerate. There is an odd peace in the air. The air is beginning to become a bit warmer. Spring seems to be on the horizon. Circumstances aside, the current docile tones in the atmosphere is refreshing. We're about a week into downtime, and with that, we continue. Would anyone like to volunteer, or would you like me to roll?
I like when you roll for it.
You sure about that? No, I'm just kidding.
Natural 1. Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Okay. We are going to start with Flit.
That me.
Flit, you've been spending the past few days helping out with the Twilight District. Your partner, Reno, has been hard at work with going off of the information you gave him from the Eternity Seer. He's not exactly been distant, he's been hyper-focused, and so you've caught him sometimes, occasionally, like, almost like skipping, like, hours upon hours, and then being like, oh shit, where am I? You know that thing where, like, you're doing, like, a game or, like, a piece of work, and suddenly, like, 6 hours go by, and you're like, shit, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what he's been doing. Well, with that, you've been biding your time, primarily by helping with the Twilight District, helping Diana alongside Corey as well. But with that, what else would you like to do?
Well, if Reno is indisposed at the moment,
I will say he is not indisposed. If you wish to visit him, you absolutely can. He's busy, not indisposed.
what time of the day would you say it is?
At this moment, about midday.
Hmm.
Air's beginning to get warmer. You're pretty sure spring is right around the corner.
Flit is in the middle of the Twilight District. Flit just kind of thinks to herself, looks up to the castle, thinks of Reno. I hope he's making good progress. I'm gonna go get him something. And she begins to make her way into town, looking for like a baker. And as she does, she is going to pass by the Three Wishes, just kind of incidentally. And as she does, she just kind of looks over. It's like, I needed to talk to Arxis too. I'll just grab him. I'll just swing by Arxis first and hit up Reno on the way back.
Okay, you head into the third wish then, yes?
Yes.
Okay. You head inside the third wish, and there is a smell of, almost overpowering smell of lavender in the air. And it kind of is a bit relaxing to the very busy day you've otherwise been having. But as the door closes behind you, you hear, I'm coming, dear. In one moment. And as they kind of come around from the corner, they see you and they go, ah, dear Flit, my love, how are you? Please come in, come in. What could dear old Arxis assist you with today?
Hi, Arxis. I was looking for a few items for myself this time, and definitely not an emergency like last time.
Absolutely, my dear. What exactly did you have in mind?
Well, I was looking for two things in particular. The first is more for me. I'm looking for, and I want to make sure I get this right, so give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking up the spell. I'm looking for kind of an expensive dragon statue.
Dragon statue. I am sure I have something about that here laying around somewhere. And when you say inexpensive, what is your price range exactly?
I didn't say inexpensive. I said somewhat
apologies.
expensive.
Somewhat expensive. My mistake.
No worries. Something like 500 gold pieces.
500 gold pieces.
I understand that could probably buy like a small district, but considering everything else, who just kind of gestures to everything in here, it seems kind of on the lower end side.
You would be absolutely right. I need to actually. It's been a little while. I might need to check my manifest. And you see from behind the counter a rather large book kind of floats up and begins to hover in front of them. And opens and the pages begin to scroll. Dragon statue. I don't suppose you had a specific color in mind, or does that really not matter?
I mean, if it's red or blue, that'd be nice, but not really.
Red or blue?
I just think it would look good.
And that, my dear, means you have a slight eye for the finer things, for fashion. And you see they do a little flourish when they say that.
Well, fashion? I'm not
Fashion.
sure. Fashion. I'm a little new to fashion, but I've been trying to find things to, look a little bit better than... She kind of gestures to the robe that she's wearing. This all the time. Though, admittedly, it looks a bit worse than usual because of all the dirt in the air from helping with the Twilight District.
Oh, my dear, the first step is admitting you have a problem. You're taking the first few steps, and that's more than enough. But, in terms of dragon statues, I do believe I have what you're looking for. I just need to... And you see them kind of like twitch a little bit, and you begin to hear what sounds like clattering, like way in the back, and you hear something fall over and shattering. Goes, oh, I have to clean that later. There. And out from way in the back floats a little dust-covered, blue dragon statue.
Ooh.
It's a little dusty, a little old. I've had it for a bit, but it should be exactly what you're looking for. Now, its original price is about 500, but for you, my dear, I'd be willing to part with it for, I'll say 400.
That's very generous.
Well, I mean,
Why
you
don't we-
are some of my favorite customers, and, well, I'll be honest. I have had this for a while, I wouldn't mind getting rid of it.
Well, actually, if we want to discuss price, there was something else I was looking for.
Absolutely, my dear. And the statue, like, floats down and sits on the counter right in front of you. What else did you have in mind for Old Oxus today?
Well, I was thinking, and there's a spell that I have that I don't really have the necessary material to cast, but it seems like it's really useful. It's called, what is it? Scurrying?
Scrying? Oh, say no more, my dear. I have exactly what you are looking for. And you see, from way up in the left, what appears to be about basketball shape or size, or maybe perhaps a bit smaller, begins to float down towards you, and you can see it is a perfect like glass orb, but the inside is filled with, I wouldn't call it water. It's almost like jelly in its consistency. It's clear. It's clear. You can see it sloshing around quite loosely, but it's almost like watered down jelly.
Gotcha. Flick kind of looks on over. Ooh. And is this... So, this is, what's inside, actually?
That
I see
is a good question. I've never quite determined what it is, but as far as I can tell, it gives the user the ability to see beyond natural sight. I believe it's very ancient in its origin, but I can't possibly tell you where it came from.
Let's gonna try and lick it.
You're gonna lick the orb?
Yes. As we're pondering it, I'm going to lick it to see if I can discern how ancient it is and what's inside.
You you get a bit closer, perhaps too close, and Arxis kind of gives you a look of like a curious look of like, what are you doing? And then you just like Yoshi tongue it. It is like I said, is a glass orb. It would provide as a perfect scrying component. Inside the glass, though, it's essentially a crystal ball. Inside, though, you determine it to be fermented holy water.
She kind of pulls.
You're not entirely sure how that works.
She kind of pulls her tongue back and just kind of does that lip smack thing a few times. I think that's holy water in there, and it's gone bad? Good? It's okay, I guess.
Arxis kind of gives you a curious look. I guess I could have done the identify spell. I just I don't know. And he kind of gives it the once over. Way past its expiration date, I assume. Then I wonder if it'd be good against vampires.
I don't want to know. We did run into one of those recently, though. So.
Did you? That sounds like a story.
Oh, it was really a thing. So, we went to this island nation, and there was like this guy who completely usurped this other guy, right? And he was actually a vampire, and he had tried to take over the town, and
you can see as you're telling the story, Arxis is like starry-eyed, just like nodding, just like
And he was a big old jerk, and when we confronted him in his chamber, he did this thing where he like threw out a big ball of like not existence, and it sucked up Corvin, and
that's a good act, like genuinely out of character, a good word for what that was. Yeah. Continue.
And it sucked up Corvin, right? And also my good friend Amos. Oh, she kind of looks a little sad. But it apparently it sucked them into this weird pseudo dimension, and they had just by stroke of luck they were able to get out. But it was a whole thing, and he was a jerk. And I think he also like did this weird thing where he just kind of grabbed Corvin and just paraded him around all over the place while we were fighting him. It was kind of weird, but it was really annoying.
You see, as you stop, they continue nodding for like another like 2-3 seconds, and then he stops. That is certainly quite the story. And this gentleman's name kind of gives you like a look of like, should I ask? Yeah. This vampire, did you happen to catch his name? I'm now quite curious.
I suppose, above game, I suppose it's okay to say who, just not why we were there. So,
Yeah.
His name was Bosch, actually.
History check.
Ducroy Bosch.
That's a low roll. No, I'm not familiar with them. Oh, don't worry about it. I've met the odd vampire before, so I was just curious if it was someone I recognized. My, fun fact, my second wife's brother had actually been turned into a vampire one time. Had a whole castle and everything. It was quite, extreme.
Do all vampires have a thing about being lords? Because that seems like the second time in a row.
Oh no, he wasn't a lord. He just had a castle. He was just a prick.
Oh, well, wait. Doesn't that make him the lord of the castle?
He kind of looks at you and just kind of blinks. Huh. You do have a point. Shit! Pardon me, dear. Regardless, that is quite the story, and I'm glad to see you and your friends did make it out safe. Oh, this Amos fellow. What happened to him?
She looks a little down. When they got sucked up in that place of non-existence, that they got sucked into this little demi-plane or something, and the vampire guy, he also got sucked in, Bosch, and apparently Amos and Bosch awoke first. Amos tried to protect Corvin and everyone else, and gave his life for it.
I see. I'm terribly sorry, my dear. That is unfortunate. But at least his death was meaningful, yeah?
Very. I didn't know him for very long. It's still still don't like knowing that he died, but he did seem to go out in a way he wanted. He really did not like Bosch.
That sounds like the perfect way for him to go.
But I can only hope he's at peace now.
I agree. But anyways, on to happier topics. So, Scrying Orb and Dragon Statue. Can I interest you in anything else, my dear?
Yes, but it's not directly involved in this transaction. We can get to that in a moment.
Oh, alright. Kind of gives you a curious look.
Now, as far as this goes, so what would you say this comes out to?
I'd say the bundle the two together, we'll call it $12.50. An extra discount off the top of the buy one get one half off, except they're not the same item.
Uh-huh. Flit is going to reach into her bag of holding
Yes.
and is going to produce the 1,000 gold piece diamond.
Yes. As you pull that out, Arxis, his eyes light up and goes, "Oh my! Where'd you find a fine piece like that?"
This was payment for something we did earlier.
You can see they start like fanning themselves, like, "Whoa, that's wow."
It's pretty hard to come by, isn't it?
One that size, that pristine, absolutely. I mean, it's not impossible, but certainly, well, it's certainly rare.
And she is going to pull out 20 platinum,
Okay.
and she is going to say, you know, and for something so rare, I suppose we could probably knock off 50 gold for a finder's fee and make it an even 1,200.
Make me a persuasion check, flat.
Let's not go well. 20.
He realizes you're haggling him down, and he smiles at you. You're learning.
I've been hanging around Corvin a lot.
You have. I like that. It's a deal, my dear. And
All right.
he will accept the 1,200. Dude, you got a dragon statue for 300 or for 200. The additional
Hell yeah.
500. And now you have a scrying orb, a scrying focus.
Let me add that to my inventory real quick.
stretch while you do that. J Frost, Lily, River, stretch right now. Do it, or else.
Why?
Do it, or else.
What do you mean, you guys don't do Pilates when it's not your scene?
No.
What is this, amateur hour?
J Frost is like, I do CrossFit, bro. Hello? Don't do CrossFit. It's extremely bad for you. It's bad for your joints.
It really is. Yoga is preferred.
Correct. As you're
But
finishing up putting that stuff in, Arxis looks to you and goes, "You said you had another matter of business?"
I did, actually. Arxis, how, on a scale of like 1 to 10,
Oh, I love
difficult-
these kinds of questions.
how easy is it to manage by yourself in this particular establishment?
They kind of give you, you see their head kind of cocks back, giving you another curious look. Well, I mean, I certainly get by. I have hired help, and they just kind of look around the room where there is not a single other person here. Why? Do you perhaps have a desire to assist me in my affairs?
No, I'm pretty busy, but I ran into someone in my recent adventures who I think you and they share a similar passion for magical trinkets.
I do like my trinkets. I will say, though, that I am not a charity. I'm
Well,
intrigued, but I'm going to need more than that.
well, their name is Skritlix. They're currently residing in the Twilight District, and they're doing quite a bang-up job getting it ready to go. But, you know, they were kind of, well, they were excommunicated from their family, kind of, and we may or may not have brought them back, but they're a wizard of some sort, and they've got,
Wizard, you say?
they're training themselves, self-taught, I believe.
Self-taught mage. Very interesting. Make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh! I saw.
Thank you for the advantage.
I saw that nat 20 and the other die fucking bonked it.
Whew.
Okay. They kind of tap their finger on the counter a little bit. They got their like long sort of fingernails, blue fingernails. Send them my way, and we can discuss terms of arrangement. Roughly, I do have to ask, how old is this individual? You said they were self-taught.
I actually don't think I ever got their age. I got an impression like they're like the
They're
oldest.
like late teens. Yeah.
Okay.
Mid to late teens. Skritlix is mid to late teens. Philete is about Nexus's age. So like 8.
Gotcha. I'd say they're probably wait, hold on. She has to stop herself for a minute. They are
Or I guess I should
probably
say
about-
the equivalent of an 8-year-old, as goblin
yeah.
biology is different.
They're probably the equivalent of like a late teen, early 20-year-old.
Not the biggest fan of children, but I suppose we can still discuss and come to an arrangement. Yeah, send them my way, and I will be awaiting their arrival.
Okay, I'll tell them as I pass by the district again.
You do that.
And she kind of looks at everything around. You know, you've got quite a lot of wonders in here.
Why, thank you. I'm quite proud. This is a collection that I have been gathering for decades at this point. Perhaps even longer.
You know, I don't know if it's because I haven't had a lot of money over my life, but coming in here, I always feel so very intimidated by all the very expensive things, very powerful things in here.
Kind of leans in a bit closer and kind of like puts their hand up to their lip to like almost as like they're doing like a secret even though there's nobody else in here. That's what the incense is for. To relax the customer and make them more willing to buy.
Wow, does that work?
Occasionally.
She kind of takes
you
a big
came
old.
in here more relaxed and bought something, didn't you? You bought
True,
two
but
things, in fact.
I did buy 2 things. Though I'm also a repeat customer, so.
Indeed.
Well, I think I had another errand that I had to do today, so I am gonna have to head on out, but I will definitely send them your way.
Don't worry, my dear. Please, you have a wonderful day, and yes, send them my way. We will discuss, and we can work out some sort of arrangement. I wouldn't mind an extra hand or two.
Okay, thanks a lot. It means a lot to me, and I hope it'll mean a lot to them.
Of course, my dear, and as I always say, and they just kind of look at you blankly. Just they continue to stare at you blankly after that for another like 5 seconds.
Unflinching face changes as she patiently waits for the answer.
Mm-hmm. It never comes. It gets
Oh,
a little...
right. I was supposed to. I needed to go grab the bakery. Oh, sorry.
Good luck, my dear. I will see you soon.
Thank you. And she's just going to quickly hurry on out. Is there a... Well, actually, let me put it this way. Can I find a nice, like, luncheon place in Dragon's Reach?
Yeah. I'll call this an investigation check. You can absolutely find something like that. It's just the check is to see how quickly you find it.
Okay. Investigation.
Investigation.
17.
You were able to find one relatively quickly, yeah. Allow me to
so-
quickly look through my list of names that I totally have prepared.
Oh yeah, I think this is the cafe that Diana and Corey went to that one time. They told me about it. It was a really nice place.
It is the Bistro Bazaar.
Oh right, the Bistro Bazaar. That's the name. I remember it because of the 2 B's.
I'm nodding. I'm nodding. Pies in Thighs is such a good name. Holy shit. Continue.
Pies in thighs?
Yep. Pies and thighs, brother. 2 of my favorite things.
Absolutely fucking relatable, though. That's a fucking religion I can get behind.
Same,
Funny.
bro.
The funny thing is, despite the name, they only sell cake.
You know what? Fuck it. This place is now Pies and Thighs. They sell.
Oh, but what's that place over there called?
They sell pies and they sell pastries and turkey legs. Pies and thighs.
You know what? I trust their product. I'll get a small leg of turkey because those things are titanic,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll get like a small personal like mini pie or like a tart.
Can't see. I just had the dumbest smile on my face. As you're leaving, you see that they have a weekly special, and that is a dire turkey leg. And the thought of
Oh.
dire turkey terrifies you.
Oh. They have my colors, but none of my demeanor.
Yes, you're able to get a little bit of food, and you are able to find your way back out. It's not that expensive. It's gonna be like 2 silver.
Excuse me. All right.
How dare you?
Okie dokie. Oh wait. Oh.
Shade Frost, our pies are filling and our thick cuts are thrilling.
I almost
That's-
took a gold.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Continue.
No, I almost took a gold piece and noticed that the space next to the gold pieces was empty and just almost put an 8 where the Electrum is. Bad. Bad, bad.
The what, Kappa?
I don't know, but I feel like I committed a sin. Anyways.
Chat, if your DM ever says, hey, we're gonna use Electrum for currency, get a new DM.
Stand up and walk out the door.
Yep, you're in for a bad time. I do remember, this might have been Critical Role TBH. I don't remember. I do remember one setting that I saw that used Electrum as a spell casting component, which was actually pretty clever. You could,
You know what?
you could
that is pretty
substitute. I think you could like substitute material objects that required a specific price for the same price, but in Electrum.
That's actually pretty clever.
Yeah, I think it's clever. I don't remember where I saw that, or if I'm making it up. I might be making it up. I
If
feel
you
like
made it
I've
up.
seen-
Kudos.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that somewhere. But anyways, you grab your pie, you grab your thigh, and you head on out into the city streets once again. Where would you like to head now?
Well,
Excuse me.
I think after that exchange, she's going to dip in very quickly, just kind of like in passing, back into the Twilight District, see if she can find Skrit, and let them know that they talked to Arxis, and Arxis was interested in at least meeting with them.
Okay. Absolutely. You find them, you inform them as to your conversation, and Skritlik looks at you and goes, "Thank you. We'll go by once things wind down here a bit later."
Okay.
I don't have to like dress up or anything, right? This isn't like a job interview. I don't have like fancy clothes. I can get fancy clothes. Do I need fancy clothes?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I walked in kind of like wearing like this, and he still took my word. He seems like the type to appreciate fancy clothes, but I also think he's also the type to appreciate what's the word I'm looking for?
Character.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll
Oh,
see if I
and-
can get like maybe a beret or something. I think Lily has
Yeah.
one.
You know, that makes sense. I bet Genia probably has a couple things
I
that
don't
she
know who
could
that
help out
is.
with. That's Lily's girlfriend.
Oh. Okay.
She's a tailor.
Oh. That's good to know. You swear you see them for a moment, like take out a notepad and like cross something off.
As far as dressing up, I'm not entirely sure if that's necessary or whatever. The only advice I can give is get used to the smell of lavender.
Oh, I love lavender.
Oh, then we're on a good track.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'll probably head there by myself to start off with. I love Fi, but I don't know. She's been getting more and more tired and going to bed earlier and earlier. She's doing such
know,
good
that's-
work around here, and she's wiped at the end of every day.
something like this can be pretty hard on someone that young.
Yeah.
Plus, I will say that Fi might not make as good an impression at this place, so it's also a good idea to kind of leave her back.
That's good to know. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
No worries. Best of luck to you.
Thank you. I guess I'll see you later, yeah?
I'll definitely see you later. I have, I guess, a date.
Do you? Oh, that's why I smell the turkey and what is that? Blueberry?
Rhubarb, actually.
Oh. I don't know, I got the two of those confused, but alright.
Well, there's a lot of smells going around the camp.
Yep, ain't that the truth?
But, no, I'm going to surprise someone who has probably forgotten that it's daytime.
Oh, one of those, yeah?
It's more of a recent development, but yeah.
Well, I'm gonna wish you luck with that. I'm going to, with all due respect, steer clear of that one.
Oh, he's really not that bad.
It's a he, huh? You see they kind of like cross their arms, looking a bit smug, like,
I said I was kind of on a date. Well, he's a good guy, but he can get pretty involved when he's got something that I wouldn't even say tickles his fancy. He can get involved when he think he has to help out.
I get what you mean. Oh, then go knock 'em dead, tiger, or whatever they say. I'm not a big people person. I don't know how people do.
Oh, I'm sure you'll learn. I'm sure you're already learning. Kind of gestures around.
I am certainly trying.
And with that, Flick kind of gives a nod and departs. And as she departs, she thinks to herself, I don't think I could actually knock Reno dead even if I were able to.
Skrillex, you think for a moment, Skrillex just told me to kill my boyfriend. Oh. I presume with that you head back to the castle?
Yes. Yeah.
Alright. With that, I think we're gonna come back if that's okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's what I thought. There are only so many results on a D4. Ravon. Ravon? Difrost?
Sorry about that. My computer was acting weird. Apologies.
You are good, homie. You have been feeling a bit uneasy since your conversation with the Stormlord. It was very difficult to sleep, and the only thing you could really think of was doing research into Cord and what giving yourself to him would mean. You, above game, informed me that you would like to do research.
Yes, I would. Completely out of the ordinary.
Okay. Normally I would make this research a investigation check, but for your sake, as I know that, no offense, your investigation check is not the highest.
Yeah, I'm not a bright boy.
You head down into the castle library, and I would like for you to make me a religion check.
Religion. You got it. It's loading. Oh god, why is it loading? And... Oh
That's okay. I thought you had proficiency in religion.
no. Well, that's an intelligence.
Okay. That's fine. Religion is intelligence?
Religion is
Fuck.
intelligence.
It's fucked like nature is intelligence.
That's right. That's right. Got it.
Weird.
It is weird. Anyways. You're not a bookworm. It's a bit hard to know where to start. And compared to a normal public library, this place doesn't really have a librarian. There's a couple like servants who like stock and manage it. But the books here are more or less for private use, so you don't have people coming in being like, "Hi, I'd like to check out this book," for example. So you're really unsure as to where to start. You start slowly pouring into some of the books about gods of the multiverse, and you do eventually come across the name Cord. You don't gather too much from your initial look, from your initial research, as, you know, again, you're not really sure how to go about this. But Cord, from what you can gather on the surface, is headstrong. He is in most iterations of him, he is labeled as a chaotic good god. There are some where he's labeled as more neutral in alignment, but he's headstrong. He's typically representative of strength. You find that most who follow him have performed some feat representative of their own strength to devote themselves to him. You can spend more time to investigate further if you would wish. It would be another religion check.
I wouldn't mind actually doing that.
Go for it. Much better.
14! 10 more.
Much better. You, after reading into this a little bit, you get the impression that you may be on the right track. And so you start pouring more into the books in not necessarily familiar spaces within the library, but similar subjects. And you eventually manage to come up with significantly more about Cord than you may have originally even expected, truth be told. Not just Cord himself, but Cord's influence on the world, on the realm. Cord has actually had a fairly significant telling in fairly significant role in the telling of the Fabled Ages, the current age in the realm. You know, you've learned that many paladins of Cord are renowned in history as great warriors and are often given the title of Maelstrom. The most notable of Cord's champions, you find, is Gorman Stormborn, and I will give you that name.
Sam, thank you.
Gorman Stormborn. Go ahead, and before I even tell you anything else, go ahead and make me a history check.
Alrighty.
I just want to see what you
I'm proficient
already.
in history.
Yeah, I want to just see what you already know.
$19.
Okay. You know that Gorman Stormborn is the current king of Gaia, and has been so since the previous age. Which, for those who don't remember, is over 500 years. Almost 600 years. An extremely long time. The book goes into more details about Gorman and his connection with the god Cord. The current king of Gaia, who previously, briefly, became a vessel for the full power of Cord. To vanquish a great beast known as the Starfell Bull, and I'll give you that as well. can hear my dog barking. I know y'all can't hear it, but I can hear it. It bothers me. But as I said, Cord almost assumed direct control of Gorman, Gorman almost became an avatar of sorts for Cord's power to vanquish this beast, the Starfell Bull. The beast, supposedly, as the tale goes, fell from the heavens, and the crater it formed turned the surrounding land into glass. This area would come to be known as the Lake of Glass. The Lake of Glass would later become the foundation for what would be the new capital, Yorm, which I'll pull up the map for that.
Of course.
Hey guys, surprise! No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no!
I forgot I didn't archive that map yet. But for the map of Gaia, Yorm, right there in the center. Your adventure into Gaia was started here in Waterdeep. That is where you met Kieran, actually. Or you guys started your journey towards Mount Doomhorn, but Yorm is the now capital. You know what? In fact, go ahead and make me another history check.
No,
I'll
righty.
actually leave this up here while we're having this conversation.
15.
You know, and if you didn't know this already, you would actually find it in the book that Waterdeep was originally the capital of Gaia until this event took place. Until the Lake of Glass was formed, and that became the foundation for the city of Yorm, which would then become the capital. The people of Gaia, celebrating Gorman's victory, thus granted him the title Derecho. Which I will give that to you. That is a term that most are unfamiliar with. Google it, because I'm not gonna explain. I'm not a fucking weatherman. I'm not gonna explain it to you. Meteorologist, that's the word.
I knew it
fucking
sounded
think of it?
familiar.
But Gorman, King Stormborn, now rules from the city of Yorm. The power granted to him by Cord gave him extended life, but not without adverse lasting effects. He has now lived for nearly 1,000 years, but he can no longer speak. His body aches. Some say that the sounds of his bones echo in the rumbles of thunder across the horizon. At this stage, he's likely very tired, but he still rules, still having the might to quell any who would stand against him and his people. All in the name of Cord.
All that godly power. And yet you sacrifice the endurance to be able to handle such power.
It's a lot of information to think about. I will also, for note-taking purposes, I will drop all this that I just gave you in Lord Drops, because I realized that was a lot I gave you.
Thank you.
So, just being as... Give me one moment as I organize this, as it didn't organize it the way I had it. Let's see. That If I could fucking spell.
Mood.
I just misspelled research like 4 times before I got it right.
You're good, bro.
But that is all available in lore drops for you and everyone else who wishes to mark it down. Mark it down or bookmark it or whatever. This process takes a good chunk of time. Like, you had a very rocky start, so it actually took you a couple days to sort of get on track and learn exactly what you were trying to learn, but you are able to get a significant plethora of information such that you could never have really guessed to begin with.
Ravon is, while he's been researching this, he's been taking as much notes as possible, and he's been doing like some cross comparisons, especially when it comes to the legends about Cord and his champions.
Ravon's got like the dad reading glasses on.
You joke.
Dude, you're a paladin. You physically can't have bad eyesight. It's impossible.
I don't get Cadillacs.
Cadillacs. As you're kind of deep in your notes and you're writing stuff down, you don't even notice as a set of footsteps comes up behind you and you hear a familiar voice. What are you doing? And you see Kieran, who has seemingly come up behind you.
Oh.
Kind of
holy.
peeking over your shoulder at the notes in front of you.
Shit, what? Forgive, did not notice you. Research.
You're fine. Oh, yeah? She kind of... You say research, and she gives you a look like, what? What are you...
What?
You're researching. Ravon Sionis. I did not know you were a bookworm.
Honest, I fell asleep many times during lessons, child. And he kind of just, he kind of remembers back to falling asleep during, like, basic algebra.
Yeah, you got many a lecture from your teachers and professors as you would often sleep through your classes. But you would get the highest of recommendations from your physical education based on your regarding your physical education, based on your superb athletic prowess. Some would even say Olympic, but I won't.
Ravon definitely got by on a football scholarship.
True. Discus scholarship.
5-time discus scholarship. Could have gone pro.
Dude, extreme discus. It's like dodgeball, but with fucking flying discs. That is how you take somebody's head off.
Okay, hear me out. A combination of that and, like, a rugby.
Yeah. What are you researching?
Historical mythology and current religion. What do you know about this Stormlord Cord?
Before we continue, I will roll for your question. I do actually have a question. This would have been a few days after your conversation with Cord. Have you told Kieran about what happened? You don't have to. I'm just wondering.
Ravon would be very mum's the word on who all would know this kind of information, but he does trust Kieran enough that he would have at least told that there was an actual contact with the Stormlord, and he's kind of wanting to keep that information under wraps because to him, when you speak to a god, that's kind of like a, hey, that's usually a sign of something major usually happens soon afterwards, and, you know, with the whole history of Ravon's faith, don't tempt the Sisters of Fate.
Mm-hmm. So you asked this, as you to continue the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Kieran kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, you're still thinking of the other night, yeah?"
Kieran, it's not every day you'll get to talk to an actual living deity.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm just a little worried about you. That's all. But now I can roll to see what she knows about Cord. Oh, that's a good roll, but I'm still gonna check her modifier. That's Diana. I don't want Diana. Diana's later. Diana comes in later. What is your Stream gets a sneak peek at Kieran's sheet. What is your religion? +4. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a 21 total. Tween. Kieran looks at you and goes, I mean, when my mom died, I did a rather significant amount of research into gods and holy magics. I think part of me, when I was younger, wanted to try and find a way to bring her back or bless her within the eyes of the divine. So I did learn a few things about Cord. I know that he's powerful. I mean, he's a god. Makes sense. He's the storm god. His warriors are often highly regarded for their strength and their power. And I believe there have been a few kings where I'm from who were rather not just kings, but just rulers in general, mayors, politicians, a lot of warriors who were quite familiar with Cord. Oh, I guess she's from Gaia, isn't she? I can roll with advantage. Hold on.
Bingo.
That's a nat one, so we'll take the 17 we got before. I mean, truth be told, being from Gaia, that's a name you hear a lot. Cord. Cord, in some, as far as I can tell, in some schools is almost, well, you don't have to devote yourself to him. He is a topic of study.
You see, the fact that there's currently still a living champion of him, practically a mere avatar, through the current king of Gaia, it's an avenue that I've been looking at. I'm trying to get more information.
I mean, there are plenty who are devout to Cord and are warriors in his name. I've never met a Maelstrom, but I've heard the stories. But yeah, no, King Stormborn is his history with Cord has been a big deal. He's seen probably upwards of 100 different wars and even more battles. I remember way back when, well, I don't remember because I wasn't alive then, but I remember hearing about his part he played in the Red Dawn Wars. If you want to roll history on that, you can. On the Red Dawn Wars. I'll give that to you as well.
Thank you. $22?
You know that.
Fuck, I was a brain blast today.
Yeah, fucking good shit, bro. You know that the Red Dawn Wars were. Hold on one sec. You know that the Red Dawn Wars were when a particularly, what's the word I'm going for? Motivated section of the nation of Gaia try to start a political uprising. In short, it didn't go well. It was essentially a crusade. And one that, while the above game, I forget what sort of the kingdom of Gaia, Yorm and Gorman Stormborn leading it, while they did win, it was rough on all sides, and it played a serious part for future political and religious I just lost the fucking word. Climate, that's the word. For future political and religious climate. It really set the stage as to what it would become.
So, similar to the Fourth Crusade, it was a Pyrrhic war.
It was the equivalent of World War I happening, and then the forming... No, World War II happening, and then the forming of the UN.
Got it.
Except, obviously, not on an international scale. That's the like most like layman's terms I can put it.
No, I get you.
Right? Wasn't the UN formed after World War II? I probably just offended the shit out of someone.
No. I mean, the United Nations was technically formed right after World War II, so you are correct.
Haha.
You're good.
Big brain. I'm brain blasted too, bro.
You good, bro? Welcome to the Brain Blast team.
Yes. Brain blast boys.
Wars of crusades of faith and fury.
It was definitely a red splotch in our nation's history. Not one that's favorably looked on by a lot of folks, but it did help us lay the groundwork for what we are now. I still think the country would be... I still think the Gaia would be still pretty xenophobic had that not been the case.
Periods of change do not occur without the greatest of our peoples.
One more time? Sorry? I didn't quite catch it.
Oh, apologies. Kinda hate this voice at times.
It's all good.
Great periods of upheaval do not occur without great periods of change following afterwards. It is understandable.
Adversity does bring change.
Adapt or die.
But anyways, you, and she kind of like pokes you in the shoulder, have been in here all day, and I think you need to take a break. So, I had an idea. If you want to hear it. One that I technically brainstormed with Ara, but she was not about it, so I'm taking full credit for the idea.
Ara, wait a fucking minute. Ara.
Corvin's girlfriend, Captain Thorn.
Wait, what are you doing hanging with Ara?
Girl talk.
Immediately goes into Ravon's mind where he's just hearing nothing but talk about weapons. Just coming out of Kieran's mouth.
Okay.
It's the equivalent of the meme of like, I wonder how I taste. If
My
anybody's seen
mind
that
is an
meme.
enigma that no one can ponder.
Spilled milk inside the mine.
But I was thinking we could do a 4-way dinner date. You and me, Reno and Flit. We could get Lily and Genia, and provided they're not too busy, Corey and Diana. Again, it was going to be 5-way, Ara and Corvin, but Ara said she had other things to do. So,
I mean, she's captain of ship.
is she okay, by the way? Like, I know I'm being kind of sassy in that regard, but I don't know, she seemed a bit off the last time I talked to her. I know I haven't known her that long, so, you know. But,
I mean, Kieran, you're asking literally the wrong person. I do not associate too much with Ara as much as...
you know what,
Corbin.
that's fair. I'll have to ask Corbin next time I bump into him.
He's probably around somewhere. I know that after the incident from the last adventure, took a lot out of him.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. I still need to find a way to... Well, I don't need to make it up to him, as that wasn't my fault, but I still feel kind of guilty.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Maybe I'll bake
Look.
him something. Do you think he likes baked goods? I think he likes baked goods. Maybe he
I
likes...
think
He's definitely a wine guy. He looks like he'd enjoy a good wine. Maybe I could get him some of that funny juice I saw. The one that Diana really seemed to like.
I could see it.
Do you think Maggot sells that? Do you think they like... Do you think they do... Oh, do you think they do catering? She kind of like puts her hand on you like that, like some... Almost like... The like fiance like planning their wedding sort of look, like realizing something and be like... like a million ideas flying through their head.
One step at a time, Kieran. Remember. Start simple. Do not go too crazy. Save crazy for whenever you are in fight.
True. True.
But as far as this... I would not mind it. It would be good to get out. However, could you help me with one last thing?
Sure. What do you need?
Ravon's gonna look back to the notes and everything else, and he's going.
I'm going to try getting a few more books, and I'm going to set up at least a private study in my room to research. I'm going to try looking for some information from my gods and everything, but...
You know, there
if
are...
you could-
Go ahead.
Oh, if you could... I want you to help me find as many books about... heroes ascending to the ranks of divinity.
Dude, Ravon's trying to become a literal god. He's trying to become a demigod.
He wants to look at something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not the path to that's still debatable.
Mm-hmm. Which I guess I should clarify in case I didn't make it clear before. Gorman Stormborn is essentially a demigod at this point. I never explicitly said it, and so I'm explaining it in case I didn't. He's essentially a demigod, however, he, as you can tell from the adverse effects of literally having the full power of a god within him, he could be better.
Yeah. This man is suffering from godly arthritis.
Pretty much, yes.
Divine arthritis.
Divine
Detritus.
arthritis.
Devritis.
But Kieran looks at you and goes, you know, if you want a private stay, I mean, there are plenty throughout the castle, and the castle's big. You could probably get one, like, reserved for your personal use.
Mm.
That way you don't have to pile all the stuff into your room.
Do have point. And also... it has been too long.
Kind of rubs eyes. Just goes,
Okay, yeah, no, I need out of here.
and just pushes away from the table and goes,
Research will continue later. I need air. I need fresh air. I need
Air sounds good. You see, it's getting warmer, right? It's almost like it's turning into spring soon. Soon the flowers are gonna bloom and the snow will stop coming. I really like spring. It doesn't really get warm where I'm from, not very often. Spring usually ends up being a little better, at least.
Fair enough. I mean, kind of just pats himself and he goes, I don't mind either. When it is warm, it is good. When it is cold, it is still good.
I guess you are literally built for that, aren't you?
Kind of just shrugs.
She smiles and she takes your hand, and the two of you walk off.
Yee.
You and Kieran work together to get a few invitations out for your friends. But with that, I believe we are going to move on for the moment, if that is alright with you.
All good.
Alright. Before we move on, how about we go ahead and take a bio break? Because I know that I need to take a wicked piss.
Yeah, sounds good.
Remember when I was telling you guys before the stream that there was going to be lore today?
Lore, there was lore.
Lore. Anyways,
So
yes.
the Lorax.
How about on something a bit more chill? I mean, this is chill, but it's not fun.
This is serene.
Yes. Yes, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. We're gonna take a quick bio break, and we will be back in just a couple minutes, gamers. Thank you all for being here thus far.
I shall be back as well.
I shall also be back. And back. I appear to be the first one back. Chat, let me tell you. We got a new, clock that we're holding on to for a friend. And this thing will not stop chiming. I went out to get water from the kitchen where the clock is, and it dinged for 9 o'clock, as most clocks do. Poured up my glass and it finished dinging. In the time it took to walk back from from the kitchen to my room, which is probably about 20 seconds or so, it started chiming again. Oy. And yes, I can turn it off, but it's like, at this point, I'm just enjoying being annoyed by it. It's kind of a weird thing to say, but you know what it's like, right? So lonely. I'm so lonely.
Nine more. Ha! As I charge at you with a knife.
I got ambushed. I got stabbed.
Correct.
I got dead.
Right.
Oh. Good shit so far, by the way.
Thanks. Trying to get just a quick status update on our friend Punkles. Just see how much longer she's gonna be. Ow.
Bake with ice cream.
Ice cream. What flavor?
It is actually.
I'll judge you based on your answer.
Let's see. This is Chocoholic.
I respect. I will accept.
3 different kinds of chocolate mixed in with a little bit of nice hot fudge.
I do not respect.
Are you not a chocolate person?
I like chocolate as a bar or by itself.
That's fair.
I think chocolate is kind of a throwaway flavor in a lot of other things, though.
I'm back.
Hello.
Back.
Speaking of chocolate, though, real quick. So I got that new Circle water bottle, right? And they
What
have
is
one
the
that
Circle
is.
water bottle?
It's the one that has like the flavor cartridges.
What?
Wait, what?
Hold up, you haven't. Hold on.
Circle water bottle. What?
It's CIRKUL.
What the fuck?
It's pretty fucking rad, actually. You can buy a like beginner bundle kit at Walmart for like $20.
The first thing that came up, other than I see it, I also see a fucking Moofin Thor Hammer water bottle.
Well, in reference to that, I got one, and one of the flavors is a mocha iced coffee. Needless to say, so far that's the only one I haven't liked, but it literally just tasted like chocolate water with a weird coffee aftertaste.
Ooh.
I see.
Right now, the one I have is black cherry. It's pretty fucking good.
Mako, thank you very much for the raid, my dude. Well, we had to
Yo,
stream.
Miko!
Dude,
Hello, Miko.
fucking... Dude, chat, if you didn't see our fucking Mass Effect 5e game yesterday, you would know that Mako had the worst string of combat rolls I've ever seen in my life yesterday. Not even a joke. Well, it's kind of a joke, but it's also accurate. Is an accurate joke. Mako in the RNG, in the only professional term I could put, fucked Mako yesterday. He was absolutely fucked.
Oof.
The dice could not decide whether Mako was number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4.
Correct.
No number lower than that. Or
Correct.
higher, I suppose.
Correct. RNG was not kind. No, not at all.
Sometimes Roll20 is just spiteful.
But that being said, we still got a little bit of a wait before Punk gets back, but she is on the way. So, how about we go ahead and jump back into our game? Not everyone.
Yeah.
I was about to say, not everyone speak up at once.
I'm eating ice cream.
What flavor?
It is a espresso,
Squinting.
espresso fior di latte chip. It's like a coffee, and it has chocolate chips in it, and I think like chunks of something, some kind of. You know, I wish they would actually say, but it doesn't say.
I can't believe that I have to sit here and listen to the good name of vanilla be indirectly slandered by all this chocolate and chocolate adjacent flavors.
Look, I actually am not a giant fan of chocolate.
Bro, CG said white power. Fucking crazy.
Oh, sorry guys, I'm canceled.
Oh shit!
He left.
God damn! I was about to say the fucking cancel bot really sniped you.
Got here real quick. Twitch TOS was on the fucking spot, bro.
Little did we know someone at Twitch HQ actually watches the streams going,
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
oh man, I love these guys! Ah shit, he said the forbidden word! Well, we gotta nuke him.
Correct.
This is what I get for, at one point, eating a turkey and brick sandwich on white bread.
Okay, real talk though, turkey and brick is a good combo. I love brick cheese.
I don't normally eat bricks, so I can't vouch. Anyways. Well, Lily. I was gonna roll, but then I realized you're the only other one here who hasn't gone yet.
Hi!
Hi.
That's me.
Hi, Lily. Lily, you've had the stone, the opal that you got from Argona for a few days now. You've had several thoughts regarding it, some being relating to its origin, some being its influence on you, whether or not it's magical. Varying different thoughts. You're also thinking a lot about Argona, who she is, where she came from, where did she go? Cotton Eye Joe. Sorry, I couldn't fucking keep myself
I know.
from doing it.
I was waiting on it. I was fucking waiting for you to do it.
I couldn't hold it back.
Damn it!
Anyways, you sometimes, you've a couple times during the course of the next few days have found yourself wandering towards that house, that somewhat ramshackled house that you met her in, to find it still abandoned, no resident, no sign of any residency or where she could have gone. It's a mystery, and it's not the first time that this sort of thing has happened to you. You remember what happened with your parents, about how they sort of disappeared one day with no real explanation. You remember the fire. You start thinking back to that little house in the woods that the three of you shared. What would you like to do, Lily?
Where am I currently?
Like at this exact moment?
Yes.
You are Hold on, I have to sneeze, sorry. Nope.
Watermelon.
It's gone. You are currently standing outside of Argona's house. You sort of informed Genia as to what happened the other day, and she didn't really have much of an explanation for it. And you've kind of found yourself wandering back here like once or twice a day as you're just kind of coming and going since then. And at this moment, you're kind of just standing outside, looking at it. The opal in your right hand. You look down at the opal, and it's almost like a dull yellow color. Almost like mustard yellow. Maybe not mustard. Maybe more like a goldish.
Lily's gonna kind of flip the opal around in her hands. And just kind of look down and stare at it.
You can vaguely see your own reflection in the surface of of the opal, but the gold color still looks back at you. You can see, upon further investigation, inside the gold there is a small, almost like wisps of like a lavender sort of color, like a sort of cool purple.
Lily is very kind of lost in thought, honestly.
After a few minutes, you feel a hand on your shoulder, and you turn, and you can see a tiefling woman who has seemingly approached you. A pink tiefling woman who, with in one hand she's holding like a bag of groceries, and in the other she has a small, very similar but smaller tiefling girl with her. It looks to be her daughter. And she looks to you and she goes, "Ma'am, are you all right? You've been standing here a while now. I'm really sorry. I can't help but notice I left and I went to the store and you were still standing here when I came back."
I'm sorry, I've just been a little lost in thought today.
She kind of looks off towards the house that you're standing in front of, and she turns back to you. "Did you know the woman who lived here?"
I wouldn't exactly say no.
She was a very kind older woman. She lived here for a very long time. She, unfortunately, though, passed away from heart failure a few years ago. It was very sad, as she was a therapist of sorts. I don't remember quite the word she used. And she kind of like starts like shaking her head, like trying to think of what the word she's looking for is. fine, doesn't matter. But regardless, she helped a lot of people, and I know her neighbors were sad to see you go. See you go. You're leaving! See her go. I'm surprised nobody took care of the house after she was gone. It's definitely been in better condition.
Can I make a history check? I guess.
Sure.
To remember what she the I guess what she looked like, because I will say I don't personally remember, but I have a feeling like I don't
That's okay.
remember her looking like that.
I will say you get this for free, as it wasn't, as the interaction has pretty much embedded itself into your memory. It was only a couple days ago. When you saw Argona, she was rather young, actually.
Did I talk to a fucking ghost?
I don't know, bro. Did you?
Can I insight that? Or something?
Roll me.
I don't know.
Roll me insight with disadvantage. Nat 1, nat 1, nat 1, nat 1.
Stop it! Insight, right?
Correct.
Oh, 6.
You have no idea what that means.
Lily kind of stops and thinks for a second. You said she passed away a few years ago?
Yes, she came out one day and I think I said it was heart failure, but truth be told, thinking back on it, it might have been heat stroke. I remember it was a very hot day. It was a very hot summer, and I remember I was heading to the store when a small crowd of people had circled around her. From what I remember, she didn't make it to the clinic.
Do you believe in ghosts?
What a fucking question and a half, right there.
I mean, to
That's-
be fair,
that's-
I ask people this all the fucking time.
That's going in the quotes channel.
Christ.
Do you believe in ghosts?
On it.
Lily to random woman she met. Do I
What?
believe in ghosts? Now I have to see if this person fucking believes in ghosts. Okay. They look at you and they go, no, I know that there are ghosts out there that are like monsters that adventurers hunt and whatnot, but like residual ghosts? I don't know. I suppose so. It's never something I've really thought about. I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself. I'm Valeria, by the way. She lets go of the child's hand, and the child, you can see, has a very small, adorable little bunny toy that she is holding tight.
Precious.
And she holds out your hand, her hand to shake yours.
Lily shakes her hand, very... in, the captain way as possibly as she can.
Not Valeria, sorry, Rudinia is her name, not Valeria. Valeria is the kid.
And, Lily will shake her hand. I'm Captain Lily Timbers.
Oh, I apologize. Ma'am, I didn't realize you were military.
Sort of military, sort of not. Retired captain now, but still
Oh, I see.
traveling with a group of people, so to speak.
An adventurer, then.
Yeah. I mean, we have had quite the adventures.
It certainly sounds like it.
Flashbacks to the fucking chaos of the
A
past
flashback
week.
to like a week ago where you actually fucking fought a lich. Inside your friend's mind. Oh, I must say, that certainly sounds like an interesting life you lead. We actually had a sort of interesting experience just the other day. My dear girl here got to meet not only the Archpriestess of the Akodea, but we got to meet the King's son. It was very unexpected, and yeah, it's certainly been a, crazy times we live in, right? And she kind of lets out
Oh,
like an
you
awkward
met
laugh.
Nexus and Diana.
Oh, you know them?
I'm very close with both of them, actually.
Oh, that's wonderful. Actually, I've actually been meaning to sort of return the favor for, it doesn't matter. I guess small circles, right? Was it small world we live in? That's the phrase?
It seems to be, becoming more common the more people I get to meet.
You hear the little girl look up at you and go, "How'd you get your hair to be that color?"
It was actually this color.
I grew it myself. Sorry, continue.
Look, I'm trying to be polite to the kid, okay?
Continue.
I'm not gonna be as much of a jerk as I would to my own child. I know how to be nice to kids. Sometimes.
Mhm.
Lily looks at this child. Well, it was actually this color the whole time. I was born with it, this pink.
My skin was originally white when I was born, but now it's also pink. And she kind of holds up her hand, and it is actually very similar to the color in your hair and your eyes.
Well, I think it's an absolutely lovely shade of pink.
She smiles and giggles a little bit. The mom smiles. Well, I shouldn't keep you. I apologize. I just wanted to make sure you were all right. And we've got groceries anyway.
You weren't keeping me from too much other than my own thoughts.
We all need a little reality check every now and again, don't we?
That's definitely true.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful day, and maybe sometime I will see you again.
I hope to see you again too.
She nods. Come along, Valeria. Yes, Mom. And the two of them continue on. As you watch them go, you remember your experiences with your own mother, your father, going on long walks in the woods, the evergreen forest, occasionally making the odd trip into Dry Hollow for groceries or typically the shopping run, but always remembering as you go in the incredible sights you saw within. You miss those days. And it makes you a little sad. You never did check back as to what the fate of your family home was, the state of your family home was.
Lily is going to kind of wander back to her place, her and Genia's place.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully catching Genia, like, off work or something.
It's about midday. Genia would still likely be working at this point. Oh, you know what? I'll roll to see if she's working. Hold on. High or low? Don't think too hard about it.
Low.
Okay. You get back, and Genia is actually there.
Yes.
She hears you come in, and she goes, "Welcome back!"
Lily, smiles and gives a small hello and kisses, Genia softly.
She squeezes you tight. You look like you've had a day. I can see it in your eyes.
You always know. Oh, I hear a dog!
I know what that means. Anyways, continue.
Dog.
Dog. He's downstairs right now. Neighbor's dog is out again.
Definitely had a day.
You want to talk about it?
Well, that fortune teller you sent me to. She was young when I saw her. But someone else said that the lady who lived there passed away a few years ago and was relatively old.
Genia kind of gives you a look. Really?
Yeah, so I'm a little confused.
I don't remember that. I mean... Huh. She was old when I saw her last as well.
Oh.
Ooh, spooky. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's nothing. Probably coincidence, or maybe somebody moved in after she was gone.
But the place looks like it's in tatters now.
Yeah, houses get old. They deteriorate. I'm sure it's fine. They're not taken... If they're not taken well cared... If they're not well cared for, they... Well, they...
Look, I'm just not gonna think about that. I already got enough going on.
Alright, alright.
And she giggles a little. I'm kind of feeling homesick.
You grew up in... What was it? Evergreen Forest, yeah?
Yeah, outside of Dry Hollow.
Well, if you're feeling homesick, why don't you go see how the old homestead is doing? Maybe above game. Did you ever tell Genia what happened at home?
Do what?
Did you ever tell Genia exactly what happened at home?
Yeah, presumably within the time I absolutely would have.
Okay. I know you mentioned to me one time that your family home caught fire, but maybe the foundation of it is strong. Maybe you can work on it and rebuild it.
I mean, yeah. It's a beautiful forest. I think you'd love it.
Well, unfortunately, I have a bit of a late shift here in a bit, so unfortunately, I can't go with. However, I will go next time if you want.
Well, how about I surprise you if, start working on it. Build us, maybe, I don't know, some cozy little cottage in the forest.
Well, not really a surprise anymore now, is it? She kind of gives you a coy smile.
Yes, but something built by my own hands. And she flexes.
Oh yeah, you're a real woman's woman, She kind of nudges you, and you are nearly knocked over.
Look, I may be small, but I am strong.
That's true. No, I definitely gotta give you that.
Last time I checked, I remember I knocked a certain Goliath off the bed.
Look, I was asleep. I don't know what you're talking about.
You weren't asleep!
I was asleep. I don't know what you're talking about.
Liar.
No. Anyways, I gotta get ready for work, so I don't know what you're about to do, but I'm gonna wish you luck, okay?
I think I'm going to head out to Dry Hollow and see if there's anything left.
Alright. Don't put too much on yourself, okay?
She nods. Yeah, I promise.
Good. She sort of pats you on the head and sort of scruffles your hair a bit. She goes to get ready. For the record, I don't think scruffles is a word, but it is now.
Lily gives one of those happy gay sighs, just contently happy. Like me after getting head pats.
But with that, how would you... I presume you are going to speak with someone to take you to Dry Hollow, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Who, do you have anyone in particular you would like to speak to?
I know we have people, but I can't remember who.
Okay.
There's been a lot of people.
Usually the go-to is Theon, but there are a few very powerful mages in the castle that could do what you need to do. Theon, Reno, Nicholas could probably do it.
I will probably go to Nicholas then, because I know Lily and Nicholas are good friends.
Okay.
I would like to think they're good friends since, he's hanging out with her girlfriend.
True.
Well, tries to.
Okay. You go and you find Nicholas. Let me change the music real quick. Also, hi, Punk!
Hi.
Punkles is here!
Not me totally just running in, throwing off my shoes. I'm here.
You're fine. I'm here! Ah!
It's good to see you, Punk.
Good to see you too.
I hope you had a good day.
It was aight. It was better. It was better than yesterday.
It was-
That's a fucking mood
It
and a
was
half.
better than yesterday.
Yesterday sucked ass. It was slammed. I had to leave to go get supplies from another store. Today I didn't have to do any of that. I just had a last minute count, which was admittedly shitty, but alright.
Okay. But, Lily, you go and you find Nicholas, and Nicholas is hard at work on something. He hears you come in and he goes, "Ah, hello, Lily. What can I assist you with?" Sorry, I'm on. You see, he kind of like slaps his cheeks a little bit, kind of shakes his head. I am in the middle of a brainstorm right now, so I apologize if I'm a little out of sorts. I apologize. What can I help you with?
I know you're super busy, but I was wondering if I could borrow a second of your time.
Well, it depends. How many seconds do you need?
I need to get to Dry Hollow, and I figured I would come ask you first.
This would give me a chance to test my new teleporter again.
Lily, concerned.
Okay, yeah.
Lily the guinea pig.
I guess I should ask, do you need me to go with you or just get you there.
Just get me there.
Wonderful. And you see he scurries over into one part of his workshop. Come on over this way.
Scurries after, tiny little legs.
I showed a original prototype of this to your friends a few months back when I first met them. But I've been making drastic improvements on a new design since then. And I think I might finally have it just right. So, I would like for you to stand on this platform, please. And you can see that the platform he points out it's like almost like a metal disc, not about an inch off the ground. And it's got like a silver metal trim and almost like glass panes in between that are light. A dull, like, neon yellow color. Like, those, like, neon, like, office lights. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you just stand there, and I'm gonna get to work here. And you see he goes over to this big panel on the wall and starts flipping switches, twisting knobs. There is a lot of shit on the wall, and you understand practically none of it. A lot of bits and bobs,
Lily
levers,
definitely has a
buttons.
face of concern.
Alright, so the good news is that I should be able to get you there without issue. The bad news is I don't have a way for you to return yet. So when you get there, ask Cassius if you can borrow his wand, and not he's gonna be like, haha, Lily, we hardly. We already know each other. That's gross. And you'll have to be like, no. And it's a joke he likes to play on people. My joke, the thing is that it's a euphemism, right? It's a dirty joke. And I'm not a fan of those. It's gross. I wanna.
Lily's just standing on this platform laughing.
Anyways,
At this point.
Ask him to borrow his wand. And tell him that I will get back to him later.
I mean, me and Cassius are pretty close, so.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you two served together. Well, even better. Then there shouldn't be any issue.
I shouldn't have a problem at all getting back.
Alright then. See you later. And at that moment, you're kind of like, wait, what? And then there's like, he pushes up a lever, and there's a flash of light, and you feel a jolt of electricity zap through your body. Go ahead and make me a con save real quick.
Oh, God. If I can get to it, that'd be great. 11!
11. That's fine. $11 is fine. As long as you got above a 10. That was
Oh, thank
all
God.
you needed. You feel a jolt of electricity, and it sort of makes your body go, ugh, I hate that. It's like instantaneous, like motion sickness to the nth degree, and it doesn't feel good. You feel you feel a drastic pull from your spot, and you almost like stumbling out from the other end. You look around, and you are in the courtyard with the umberwood tree. Which, looking around, looking at it, you remember the last time you were here, you saw a colossal dragon emerge from the inside of that tree. The tree has since repaired itself, quote unquote. You can no longer see the interior of the tree, but you are unsure as to the status of your friend Odim.
How close am I to the tree? I know
Not-
it's a big fucking tree.
It is a massive fucking tree. You are not far at all. Like 10 feet from the base of the roots.
Lily will go up and softly touch the tree.
Okay. You go up and you touch the tree. It feels wooden.
Well, I was getting there. She just kind of softly touches it and goes, feels good to be home.
You hear a door burst open and a couple guards rush in. Who the? Oh, Captain! And they, seeing it's you, like, stop and salute. And following them is a familiar-looking figure in Cassius Cormac. It has been a while since you've seen him. He kind of coming through, almost like he was coming with a purpose, sees you and he goes, oh, it's been a while, my friend. For a moment, I thought you had forgotten me. Captain, it's good to see you two. What do I owe this pleasure?
I meant to come back sooner. It's just been a little hectic in Dragon's Reach, to say the least. The Vanahir Guard definitely keep me busy.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I've been busy here as well. Come in. You can see the guards slightly embarrassed as to, like, getting ready to fucking gank you in the middle of the courtyard. They begin to follow. Do you go with?
Absolutely.
As you're sort of following, I can see you're not with your friends, so I guess I should ask, is this business or pleasure?
Kinda both.
I like a little bit of both around here.
She chuckles. Yeah, that hasn't changed. No, I came back to see if there was anything left of my home in the forest.
Oh, I see. Oh, I'm not sure there's much I can do there to help. You know, I'm sure you know where it is. But I guess I should ask, do you need anything from me? Is there any way I can be of assistance to you?
Well, I know I'm definitely gonna need a way to get back.
I see. I presume you would like to, borrow my wand. Nicholas told you about the joke already, didn't he?
Absolutely.
Damn it!
And
You see he loses, like, all composure and, like, nearly sounds sweat. Damn it! He always does that! Every time. I apologize. Yes, you can absolutely borrow the wand.
I appreciate it.
He's gonna get back to me, yes? Last time I lent him something, I didn't see it for 3 years.
I will make sure that it does.
Good. Thank you.
He's already, upset my girlfriend enough.
How dare he? Wait. You're spoken for? When did that? That sounds like a story.
She blushes, of course, almost matching her hair.
Oh, another time perhaps. I'm sure you're incredibly busy.
I'm absolutely gonna try to make my way here more often, though.
I would certainly appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to see you. But I guess with that, I should get back to what I'm doing, which I guess now is figuring out where the fuck I put that wand. You, though, whenever you're done, feel free to come back and I'll be able to help you get home.
Thank you for your help.
Absolutely, my dear. And I hope that things are alright in the homestead. If it helps, well, I know it doesn't help, but the fates of your parents is still rather unknown. So he kind of shrugs. They could still be alive, just lost somewhere. I don't know.
That's what I'm hoping to find out.
I wish you luck. I'll see you soon.
She nods.
And with that, he takes his leave, and I presume you begin to head out from inside the city walls, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I need to find some appropriate music for this. I don't want too serious just yet. Smile.
Yet,
Yet.
he says.
Yet. This might work. No. Yeah, I'll work with this for now. That works for now. You make your way out from Dry Hollow and you begin to head a little bit east into the forest. You remember this would be there's a very small dirt path that's been overtaken by vegetation, but you can still make out the finer spots from it, or the more broader spots from it. You remember you and your mother or your father, depending on who was with you at the time, would take this way to come back from the city to go home. It was never a very long journey, maybe 20 minutes, 20-minute walk, 30-minute walk. And you remember like the back of your hand. You head deep into the forest and you hear the birds and animals combing throughout the forest floor, the canopy. You can smell the smell of foliage and smells like there's rain on the wind. Evergreen was always the place that you get hit with spring first, even though it was the weather is always pretty much the same. It's always pretty basic here. You know that this place doesn't quite get... The other seasons don't have much of an influence on it as it does in other areas, and that is apparent to you as the definitely more colder air of Dragon's Reach has sort of flown from you, and it's actually a bit warm now, realizing that you may or may not have properly changed clothes before this journey. But after a little bit of time, you come upon your family's home. It's ramshackle, somewhat. Now I need to change the music again. I need something different now, because we're getting into emotions time.
Ah, yes, time to make me cry again.
Again?
Again. That's too spooky. I don't need that.
Tart seems to make a habit out of it.
Correct. You can't quite remember the last time you were here. You were young when it happened, but you remember the flames clearly. The smoke. The grip of your father's hand around yours. The calls from your mother. You remember the snapping of wood and a scream. The next moment you were waking up in a clinic within Dry Hollow. Apparently a traveling merchant had found you by the side of the road and had brought you in. You never met them or even learned their name, as they were gone before the next morning. You never learned what happened to your parents. Bodies were never found. None of it really made sense to you growing up. Who burned down your home, how you got to the road, or who the person who saved you was. You spent much of your childhood in an orphanage until you were old enough to enlist. Images from that night flash back in your mind as you look upon your old house, which a bit ramshackle. You notice, and I won't make you roll for this, as you would definitely notice this. It looks like it's been repaired a bit. Looks livable. It's burned, it's damaged, but it's not beyond repair, and it looks like it's been repaired a bit already. What would you like to do?
Can I see if I hear anything?
Make me a perception check.
17.
You hear around the backside of the house the odd grunting, followed by the splintering of wood. It sounds like somebody chopping wood.
Do I see anyone?
See them? No, but you can definitely hear it. It's around. It would be around the backside of the house. And you're out front.
I don't want to spook whoever this is, but I also don't want to just walk up and be like, hi.
Well, hi there.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, dude?
Lily will call out. Hello?
You call out and you hear a voice call back. Around the back.
Lily will make her way around back.
Okay. Make your way around back, and as you sort of around the corner of the house, you can see, kind of going around the side, you'd get a peek in through one of the windows, and it definitely looks like, if nothing else, the outside still could use a bit of work, but the inside has seen a lot of repair from what you're able to tell. As you round to the back side, there's now sitting on a stump, kind of wiping his forehead with a handkerchief, leaning on a woodcutter's axe, a older half-elf man. Most of his hair is gone. He's got kind of like scruffy gray facial hair, definitely in his older years. You can tell from his hair and skin complexion. He's got sort of ragged clothes, and sitting next to him, next to the stump, is one of those like tall wicker baskets that you like strap across your back like a backpack, that has a bunch of wooden logs inside. A bunch of chopped logs. He sees you come around and he goes, I don't think I've seen you before. What do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I'm Lily, sir.
Well, Lily, my name's Etherton. And I'll give you the spelling for that. You get lost in the woods?
Well, No, sir. This was actually my home. I used to live here anyway.
You can see as as those words leave your lips, he's kind of taken aback. Oh, I'm so sorry. There was nobody here when I arrived a few months ago. It was burned, but the foundation was still good. Been fixing it up ever since. Even spruced up the grave on over there, and he kind of nods over to the left. To what would be his left, your right. Lily, I'm sure I don't have to tell you this. There was not a grave at your house the last time you were here.
Grave?
Yeah, the little grave with the wooden cross. Oh, dear lordy.
Lily will rush over to see this grave.
Okay. You go over in the general direction and it doesn't take you long to find it. The grave is a simple wooden cross stuck in a mound. The mound now has a rock border and a small garden of flowers beginning to grow around it. Lavender, roses, lilies, juniper, etc. As you go up and you sort of crouch down in front of this grave, you notice that there are words crudely etched into the wooden cross with a knife. Or it looks like it was etched in with a knife. The grave reads, Birch Timbers, a great husband, a greater father. As you're...
Lily will immediately start to cry.
Okay. As you recognize the name, and the tears immediately begin to spring from your face, the man kind of comes up behind you, and him putting the pieces together. I'm very sorry for your loss. I don't know who or what happened to the one who buried this man. Actually, and he kind of like begins wagging his finger in the air. Actually, you know what? Hold on, I might have something. And he turns and he begins to walk away towards the house. He's gone for a couple minutes. Lily, is there anything you would like to say to your father before we continue?
Lily, through a very choked sobbing and tears. I'm sorry I was too late. I knew I should have come back sooner. I'll find out what happened.
Okay. As those words begin to hang on the air and you wait for a response, for any sort of response for the next few moments, a voice does echo from behind you. I found this in the fireplace. There was a small hiding place behind one of the stones. It had come loose, probably from the fire. Couldn't figure out how to open it. The latch is stuck or something. Probably melted. You turn and he the man, Ethodin, is standing there, approaching you with... You can see he's got a bit of a limp to his step, but he's approaching you with a... looks to be a medium-sized jewelry box. A little bigger than your average size. Heavily burned, but otherwise fine. I'd been planning to take it into town to see if I could get it open. Maybe it has something that can help. And he hands it off to you. Lily, you feel a pull as this box is brought before you. Something is telling you, screaming to you to open it.
You said the lock is melted, though, right?
He said the lock was stuck. That it was maybe melted or something. I didn't say shit.
Lily will reach out for the box.
Okay. You take the box from Ethan and you give it a once-over. If you'd like to roll an investigation check, you can.
Absolutely. And actually...
Make me actually 2 checks. 1 investigation, 1 history.
Okay. Dirty 20 for
Okay.
investigation.
Okay.
And the other one was history.
Yes.
Half that for history, 10.
We'll start with the history check. This box seems familiar, but you're pretty sure you've never seen it before. With the investigation check, you kind of give it a once-over, you kind of test the foundation of it, and as you do, your thumb kind of slides along the latch. And it very easily begins to come undone.
She'd probably be crying again.
Okay. As the latch comes undone and the box is now unlocked, the man looks at you and goes, How'd you do that?
I'm not sure.
Oh, dearie. You opened the box. It only makes sense that you're the first one to get the look at what's inside. Especially if it's, well, it belonged to you and your family.
She, takes a deep breath and looks at the box. Kind of sniffles and will slowly open it.
You open the box. And the first thing that you notice is that the inside is completely unscathed from the flames. You can see that the interior of this box is lined with velvet, pink. There are 2 indentations in the velvet, in the cloth. On the right, it looks like there was perhaps a necklace or a pendant, but it's now empty. The indentation left over, seeming like it was made specifically to hold whatever was originally there. On the left, however, looks like the hilt of a rapier. There's no blade, but the hilt is gold with an ebony grip. A curved knuckle guard and crossbar. The center of the crossbar right at the base, just under where the hilt would meet the blade. There's a 3-pronged mount of sorts. It looks like there was originally perhaps a gem or stone embedded within. Just below, sewn into the fabric in gold thread, is a single word: dandelion. What would you like to do?
Can I make another history check to see if that means anything?
No need. Dandelion was the nickname your mother gave you as you were growing up. She always called you her little dandelion.
Hold up, give me a minute.
Oh. A broken river once again.
You never fail to make me cry.
If you would like me to go over the description of the sword once more, I can as well. Or of the handle, I should say.
Would there be a way you could send that to me later?
I'll do you one better. I'll send it to you right now.
That works too. Chat, I'm here to remind you that I am a big bitch, baby.
But before you is the hilt of a rapier. Inside this box labeled dandelion. And an empty slot for what could have been a gem or something. Not entirely sure.
She, runs her fingers over the hilt of this rapier.
It's cool to the touch. Make me an investigation check.
Four.
It wasn't a nat one. That was what I needed. Well, not needed, but you know what I mean.
Damn nearly was.
Damn nearly was, but it was not. As you're going over the finer details and the intricacies of this hilt before you, you look at the three-pronged mount. You think, might take a little bit of effort, you think the opal would fit.
I know a really cool, badass blacksmith too, so... Or the opal will fit now?
Only one way to find out.
Lily's gonna pull the opal out from her bag and I guess pull the set the box down, pull the hilt out, and try to put it in.
Make me an athletics check with advantage.
$26.
You are able to flawlessly slip the opal, Argona's opal, into whatever this three-pronged mount is. And as it does, you hear a soft click, and you watch as where a blade once be, where a blade would once be a bright light in the shape of a blade forms at the hilt of the sword. blade, much like the opal, is bright pink. Lily, this is the Sunblade Dandelion. I've got a little bit here to read for you, and I will of course be sending this to you.
Pretty please. I'm the dumb.
Dandelion has all the properties of a standard Sunblade. This item appears to be a rapier hilt. While grasping the hilt, you can use a bonus action to cause a blade of pure radiance to spring into existence, or make the blade disappear. You are proficient with short swords, long swords, or rapiers. You are proficient with the Sunblade. You gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon, which deal radiant damage instead of slashing damage.
Nice.
When you hit an undead creature with it, that target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage.
Gee, this would have been great!
The sword's luminous blade emits a bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 15 feet. This light is sunlight. While the blade persists, you can use an action to expand or reduce its radius of bright and dim light by 5 feet each, to a maximum of 30 feet each or a minimum of 10 feet each. That's the standard properties of a Sunblade. However, this is not a regular Sunblade. This is Dandelion. In addition to all that, while holding this blade, you can use an action to touch a creature with the blade and cast Lesser Restoration on the creature.
Oh my god.
Once used, this ability can't be used again until the next dawn. Additionally, as long as Dandelion is attuned to you, you can spend an action to have the sword returned to your hand from anywhere on the plane.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Anywhere on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo! Holy fuck!
But, in the words of the once great Billy Mays, but wait, there's more. Finally, if you attune to both Argona's Opal, as well as Dandelion, and Argona's Opal remains embedded within Dandelion, the gem and the blade will find power within the bearer's emotions, reflecting such into the blade's color. You gained 15 feet of blind sight, and at the start of each day, you can set either your charisma, your wisdom, or your intelligence stat to a 14 for the next 24 hours.
I fucking love you so much. Oh my fucking god, you don't. Oh my god.
This is Lily's endgame weapon,
Nice.
if it wasn't clear.
Chat, y'all don't fucking understand. My charisma is an almighty 10. I am a paladin.
We did circumvent the minimum charisma stat for Lily to go into paladin. This is our way to circumvent that circumvention. Let me just send all this to you real quick. It's a rather
Absolutely.
lengthy bit of text. Oh, it didn't fucking hold on.
Holding.
Oh, it didn't even save all of it. Hold on. I might have to send
Yes,
this.
chat.
I might have to send this as 2 messages.
We have officially reached that part that every DM loves to meet, where he can realistically and fairly give the party OP shit.
We're at that point.
Correct.
Tart was also saying he was struggling to find a way with Lily, and after our conversation today, I helped a lot.
Remember, Lily River, remember when I told you earlier today that I had a thread that I had been meaning to find the origin of? And that something you said blew open the floodgate.
What was it that blew open the floodgate?
I can't tell you that.
Okay, that's fair.
However, this is what it's led to. Or at least part of what it's led to. As you think about the sword before you and what mystery it could represent to your family, you're unsure as to the sword's origins. You never saw your father wield it, you never saw your mother wield it. You have no idea where it came from. Why was it hidden in the wall, in the fireplace within your home? What happened to your dad? What happened to your mom? There's only one grave here. You feel confused and you feel more tears begin to stream slowly down your face. And you watch as Argona's opal turns from that bright pink to a calm turquoise blue. And as it does, so too does the blade itself.
I have a gay-ass fucking mood rainbow blade.
This is what you
I
get
am
for taking the She-Ra subclass, idiot.
But you think I'm fucking complaining?
Idiot. Exactly.
Calling me an idiot for I damn well knew what I was doing when I told you I wanted the gayest shit I could possibly get.
Most
Sailor Moon / She-Ra. Good shit.
Most paladins find their power in the divine. Lily said, fuck that, I find my power in the gay.
Gay is the way.
In my heart.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Was that opal ever black by any chance?
It was when Lily originally got it.
So then the opal was trying to tell you, darkness, no parents.
Oh,
my God.
shit. CT!
I'm vengeance.
I am the night.
Lily, as you look upon this blade and you see you look down at where the opal is once again and you see a little closer, in faint gnomish script, a three-pronged mount. One word on each prong. Heart, soul, feelings. Same words that Argona said to you the other day. What does it mean? Only you can find out. But as you stand there holding this sword, Ethaden is looking at you like, whoa, how'd you do that, kid?
Feels like it was made for me.
Oh, hell. You can see he goes to like run his hand through his fingers, but he has no hair, and so he kind of like stops like, shit. Wow, I'm speechless, honestly. I've never seen anything like that. And then he looks down at the jewelry box, which he sort of left at your feet. What was in this other slot? Pointing at the right spot where there appears to have been a pendant or a necklace or something. Maybe a medallion.
I'm not sure. It's not something that I've ever seen. Not that I remember.
He crouches down and he slowly closes the lid on the jewelry box. And the moment he does, you hear it instantly. The latch moves on its own and seals itself shut. You can see he instinctively like pulls back his head. Alright, yeah, that's weird, probably magical. He picks it up and he stands up. You're probably going to want to take this with you, too. There's clearly a lot of unanswered mysteries revolving around this box, and, well, I'm gonna be honest, I ain't the adventuring type no more. And he hands it to you, and it ain't my adventure to have.
I have more questions now than I did before, but at least I have a direction to go on now. And she looks back at the grave. There's only one grave here. It means a chance that my mother may still be alive.
You see he gets kind of lost in your eyes for a moment. I know that look. That look in your eye. You can see his eyes begin to well up slightly. I saw it from my own one too many times. He kind of wipes at his eyes. I hope you find her, kid. I really do.
Lily looks at the house. You promised to take care of this place.
He turns and he looks back to it. Oh, don't you worry. I'll take the best care of her. It's what they both wanted. They had dreamed of. You can see more tears begin to flow down his cheeks.
Lily's crying too. I'm gonna find out what happened. I have to know now.
Yeah. Who knows, maybe next time you come around, this old girl here will be red as rain.
I'll hold you to that, and next time I'll bring my reason worth fighting for.
He nods.
She'd love this part of the forest.
I'm sure she would. Well, I gotta get back to work, and you have a mystery that you gotta figure out, don't you?
She nods and grips the hilt of Dandelion Tider.
I won't keep you then. And he begins to walk over to the stump that you had originally met him at, and he picks up the wicker basket there and he slowly begins to sling it across his back. You go to turn and to leave, and as you do, you hear, "Ah, shit!" And you hear the sound of wood spilling across the forest floor. You look back and he appears to have fallen. Wood now lays spread out around him.
Lily will rush over to aid him.
Okay. You get up to him and he kind of puts his hand up. I'm alright. I'm alright. And he kind of, you see his other hand is down by his leg, the one that his one good leg, I should say. I'm alright. I need to get back to work. And he begins to slowly try to pick himself up off the floor. but you can't quite do so. Need to finish this house. I gotta.
Let me help you finish it.
No, you got mysteries abound, and you got so much you got to do. I can't ask you to put that aside to help an old man like me. I don't know how much longer this is gonna take anyway.
You realize I'm a gnome. I got plenty of time.
Which is why you should be spending that time figuring out what happened. And where
I
she
can't
went.
just leave you here like this.
I appreciate your kind words and your help. But I made a promise. I'm getting old and getting tired, but I gotta finish this house with my two bare hands. Because it was the house that my wife and daughter would have wanted. The one they always dreamt of. You can see tears begin to start welling up in his eyes again.
But they wouldn't want you to suffer in order to achieve it.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage. And with +2 to your roll, as your charisma is at this moment a 14.
$21.
Yeah, you're right. You kids, you're always so smart and reliable. Some of you are little shits, though. Alright, help me up.
Lily will help him up.
I thank you. You're very kind. Lily, you and Ethaden spend the rest of the day working on the house. He's able to get a bit more of a break in as you guys are working. You're able to put in some solid work, but by the end of the day, you do realize you eventually do have somewhere you need to be, and that you need to head back. You head back into Dry Hollow. You hook the hilt of Dandelion down at your side. And as you go to Cassius, he says to you, "Oh, how was it? Did you find everything you needed? Everything you were looking for?"
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I have more questions now than I did before.
Yeah, that usually seems to be the way it goes, doesn't it? Well, if there's anything I can do to help, you know I'm more than willing to.
She stops to think for a moment. You don't know what happened, but has anyone heard of my mom, maybe?
Let me make a roll for him real quick. He kind of thinks for a moment. Your mom was always a big help around here. You remember the stuff she would do. She would come in, she would help people, like, lift heavy objects. She would help them, like, do menial tasks that people struggle to do on their own. Your mother was loved here, even if It wasn't publicly shown. After the fire, though, nobody saw her or your father. Not from what I could tell. Not that I remember.
Tears threatened to spill over again. There was a grave for my father.
Keith looks at you, shocked. A grave? Just one.
There was only one.
You can see he kind of runs his hands through his hair. I'll be damned.
I mean, she may still be alive. There was an old man. He had found the house and was rebuilding it, and I'm not gonna fault him for that. Actually, I'd love to get him help to rebuild it.
I'll see if I can find a carpenter to go out there and help him. A carpenter, maybe a stonesmith. As for your mother, Rose, I'll find someone to look into it. Yeah, my word.
She'll salute, habit.
As you do so, you can see even a bit of tears well up in his eyes, and he goes down to your level and he just pulls you in for a hug.
The tears that have been threatening to spill definitely just start falling, and she just cries.
You two share an embrace for about a minute as you just begin to sob into his neck and shoulders, completely drenching the nice shirt that he had on. But he does give you his word that he will do whatever he can to find your mother, if she is still alive. And with that, he sends you back to Dragon's Reach. Nicholas is there when you get back, and he looks at you and goes, "Well, was it worth it?"
Her eyes are puffy. Probably still.
Oh dear. He comes over and he kind of like puts his hand on your shoulder. I don't really know what to do here.
She'll just smile softly. I'm okay. I'll be okay.
Alright. Go get some rest. What? And he kind of looks down and he sees the handle, the hilt of dandelion. That's a rather exquisite looking blade there. Or hilt, I guess. Do you need it commissioned into a blade or something? I'm not too busy.
She has one. And she, will pull out Dandelion and kind of step back and... I guess...
Gesture with it.
Yeah. Kind of flicks it to her side.
You do so, and the blade leaps forth once again in that familiar pink color that you had seen the moment you originally obtained the opal. Nicholas is looking at it and, Wow. I've only ever seen one other weapon like that in my time. That's really rare. And then you see his face, or his expression sort of diminishes. That was wielded by Ariana.
She thinks for a second.
Do you need a reminder as to who Ariana is?
Yep.
Ariana Silverstone. Esmeralda Silverstone's older sister, late older sister, and as you guys are aware of, one of the Blood Talons.
Yeah, that's a name I know.
Yeah. She had a blade similarly built like that. It wasn't quite up to that level of craftsmanship, but it was a sun blade, from what I could tell. I don't know if she still has it or if she even could use it. Guess it's something we need to find out. He kind of like crosses his arms, looking very uneasy now. Anyways, it's he kind of him saying as he's kind of wiping one of his eyes. It's late. You should probably head home. Get some rest.
Shit, I didn't even realize it was that late.
It's all right. It's all right. You've been gone a while. So go give Genia my regards. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, I have the wand, right?
You do have the wand.
Hands the wand to Nicholas. If this doesn't get back to Cassius,
I'll get it back to him. Don't worry.
it better not be 3 years either.
He's still holding that. I'll get back to him. In 3 decades. He kind of mutters as he storms off.
She chuckles and will head out.
Okay. You head out. You head home. It's been a day. You are both physically and emotionally exhausted. You head to bed almost immediately after you get home, and you are fucking out. Genia, seeing you come in with the new hilt, looks at you curiously and goes, "What's that?"
We'll talk about it tomorrow, I promise.
Yeah, sure. She looks.
Can I just sleep in your arms tonight?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I can do that. After a very emotional day, you do fall asleep. We are going to move to our last person for the evening, if that was alright.
Absolutely, now that you're done making me cry.
Aw.
Punk wasn't here, but I did tell the group before the session started that tonight's session was going to be filled with lore and emotional trauma. Last week, Rovan had emotional trauma. This week he had lore. Last week, Lily, Lily got emotional trauma on both ends. So, anyways. Continuing. No, I don't want tavern music. Yeah. Corey. The past few days have been filled with a variety of thoughts and actions. You've spent a lot of time helping out in the Twilight District alongside Flit and Diana. You and Flit especially have been utilizing your druidic abilities to really streamline a lot of things going forward. It's been about a week now since the events with Zygmodus. And you can tell that spring seems to be on the horizon. You're aware that spring in Haven carries great meaning. Spring usually represents prosperity and the coming of the harvest season. It's usually, no, not usually, it is always also symbolized by the blooming of thunder lotus flowers across the oasis and desert. The thunder lotus being native to the Ashen Desert, a beautiful, beautiful flower that carries some sort of mystical power with it. Nobody really is quite sure as to the origin, but a lot of, you know that the Dune Striders, your sort of guard and rangers of Haven, often carry them to ward off smaller creatures that will loom within the desert. And I will send this to you just in case you didn't have any of this.
I didn't, but I was typing as I went because I'm zoomy fingers over here.
Dude, I found out that Pug today has like a typing speed of like 110.
Jeez!
Punk's got
Uncle Burr.
Punk's got the
mode.
super zoomy fingers.
Impressive.
ADHD.
But you do know that spring seems to be on the horizon, and that carries great meaning for you and your people. Diana, truthfully, over the past few days, kind of seeing your slight change in demeanor, knowing that spring is coming, you perhaps told her about what spring means to you and your people, and she's taken a bit of interest in that and has been doing a little bit of research. You come in after a bit of a long day out. You come in and you find Diana's not in her room. After a bit of scouring, you find her actually in the kitchen area in the castle. You sort of startle her as you come in. She goes, "Don't look! I'm not done!
Done?
I'm not done! Turn around! Turn around!
In the kitchen?
Turn around!
What are you doing?
Turn around!
Rolling her eyes, she'll turn around.
I am almost done."
Hmm.
You hear the clatter of a small silver platter behind you on the counter. You hear her doing
What
something.
are you doing?
Don't look!
I'm not looking. Yet.
Yet. You can feel her, like, directly behind you, and she is messing with something on the platter. Alright.
I'm not getting any younger.
Stop! I put in a lot of work with this.
I bet you did. Which is why I can't wait to see it, so let me turn around.
Okay, you can look.
Good. Because I was about to anyway. She'll turn around.
You turn around and you can see she's sort of doing that, like, Price is Right, like, model pose.
Ta-da!
You see a platter of red, yellow, blue, and green gelatin treats. It looks like Diana has made some sort of Turkish delight.
Oh, you made these.
I know it's your favorite, and I didn't know how to do it before, and when I was going through the books, I came across the recipe, and you see she sort of like strokes, like she kind of like moves a tuft of hair out from in front of her face as she's talking, and I thought I would try it for you. You've been working really hard lately. I know, ironic coming from me, but...
And that's why it means even more. And she'll pull Diane into a huge hug.
She hugs you tight. Look, I even did them as different genasi. See?
I can see that.
The blue are water, the red are... You get it. You get it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was cute. And...
It really is. She's tearing up. Mom kinda made them every spring. So this really means a lot.
You can see she's beginning to cry too. Fuck. No.
Damn it, this is only treats. Why? You're too sweet. You put too much thought. She like pinches both of her cheeks.
Ah, stop.
You little.
Stop. Truth to be told, in terms of sweet, I probably did make it a bit too sweet. I don't know. I haven't made this before. I don't know how good it is.
Usually it's supposed to, if you made it, well, most recipes, the good ones anyway, don't put in a ton.
Nexus was
I can
here
show you how to
earlier.
make good ones. Like, we can make better ones.
Okay.
If they're not perfect.
Are you saying
which
mine's not good
I would
enough?
assume. Shut up! If you'd let me finish, which I assume they would be because you made them, and anything you touch is honestly amazing. My life, for example, being one of them.
Aww.
See, I can do it too. She'll give her a peck on the nose.
I've been assaulted.
Mm-hmm. What you gonna do about it?
Oh, I have a few ideas. She smiles at you. Nexus was here earlier too.
Did he try one?
He didn't try one. It was before they were done. He did help a little bit though, which actually reminds me. And she takes a couple of them and kind of like bundles them up into a little paper package, saving these for him.
Good. I was just about to say we should.
I'm gonna be honest though. I've been staring at these for like the past 2 hours, and I really want to try one.
Do it. I'm not stopping you. Good. I was about to try one now. She's just reaching for one.
Let me try it first, so I don't have to feel bad if they're worse than if I don't have to feel as bad if they're, I won't have the baseline.
But you don't know what they're supposed to taste like. See,
I know,
this is
that's why
we'll
I
try
want to do it first.
How about we just try it together?
Okay.
All right, on 3, she says, grabbing a green one.
She grabs a blue one.
All right, ready? 1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
No.
No.
No, Diana, no! Don't just fork it down.
Allow me to, real quick, make a check to see how good these are.
It's Diana. I assume well, no.
It's not going to be an advantage. Diana does have cooking expertise, but she has never made this before, so...
True. Sorry, I'm just biased because wife.
Happy waifu, happy laifu. They are, for a first attempt, actually pretty solid.
Nice.
Like, you expected it to be good, but it kind of hits you like, wow, no, this is actually really good. It's not quite up to Kana's standards, but Kana is practically like Blue Ribbon Turkish Delight.
Mm-hmm. You did not miss the mark with these. You did fairly well, yeah. They're definitely... Look, I've seen a few...
You're praising me.
I've seen a few stalls around that have said that they have the best delights. They don't. this is not the best. I will take you, and we will learn how to make them from Kana too if you want. I love them. This is pretty good though.
Truth be
I'm
told,
not
I
lying.
actually asked Kana for tips.
Aww.
And you see she kind of like clenches her teeth, like slightly embarrassed.
Aww.
I wasn't sure if she knew how to make them, and they, above game, that was my slip. I wasn't sure if they, like, how they did it, and I wanted a little bit of advice, and they were so very kind, and helped me a
They
lot.
are. They're the best.
You're the best. She kinda
Nope, that's
she kind
you.
of nudges you a bit. I feel accomplished.
You should. Ah. What a way to bring in spring.
Yeah.
We should have a picnic with Nexus by the... Fuck! Why did the name of the tree leave me?
The Umberwood.
Umberwood, thank you. By the Umberwood tree. We haven't had a picnic there in a while.
Is
I wonder
Nexus
if the
gonna
tree
third
would
wheel
enjoy it.
or the same place that we had our first date?
It's not a third wheel, it's a group picnic.
I know. I know.
We could tear Cedric away from work, maybe he could come too.
Have you? You could see her expression change slightly. Have you talked to him?
Nexus? I mean,
No.
yeah,
not,
I catch him
not-
between his lessons.
Not Nexus. You know
I've
who I'm
been
talking
scared
about.
to. I figured that bastard said during the battle. Said he killed Cedric. I'm not gonna lie, it gave me a few nightmares. Just worrying. I'm sure someone would have told me if something had happened. It's just. I don't know. I'm afraid I'll see him and maybe a limb's missing or something, and I'll feel like I should have been there. I don't know. I'm worried. As weird as it sounds.
She slowly reaches down, takes your hand, your fingers interlock. I think you should stop worrying. Like you said, if something had happened, we would know about it. I think you and I should right now go take that sending stone by its gonads, its metaphorical gonads, and see if he's doing okay. It will probably
Because he's
be
still
good
away, right, Tart?
He is still away, yeah.
That's okay. Thank you.
It would probably be good for him to hear a familiar voice. Something that isn't General Valier. That guy does good work, but he's kind of a prick.
Yeah. Wait, has Corey met him?
Yeah. You've met him a couple times. Admittedly, never for very long interactions, and you've never had a direct conversation with him, like a one-on-one conversation,
Mm-hmm.
but he has been around you a couple times.
Ah, okay. Then I will amend my statement.
The last time you saw him was... When was the last time y'all saw him? It probably, like, above game, probably would have been not long before Cedric left, but before then, I think the last time he was, like, really properly addressed... Oh! The last time he was really properly addressed was when you guys, came back from, came back on the boat. On Ara's boat, the Cruel Lady.
Ah,
So, a little while ago, before you, guys went to fucking... I almost said Argonis, and I was like, nope, that's Jake's.
nerd.
Correct. Agranash is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. I've never actually talk to him before, I don't think.
That's probably for
So
the
I'll
best.
take your word for it. Although
He's
I will wait to
very
form an opinion
uptight.
myself.
He's very uptight. You would love him. I would. Honestly, if you two were to have a one-on-one conversation, I would start taking bets.
You think I'd win?
Mm.
Oh!
She kind of nudges you. I'm just kidding.
I can show an old war dog new tricks.
That I believe.
She says, gesturing to her haircut.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would expect you to literally throw crystallized pieces of your hair at them.
Then they need to learn to expect more from me.
True. I know, I've certainly learned that.
I will always surprise you.
That is the most honest statement I've heard in a while. I know I say that a lot. I said that with the Nexus punching a child incident.
Oh, shit. We're not gonna lead with that, are we?
No!
Good, good, good.
No, that's gonna be later. Or never.
Maybe when he's back.
When he's back.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, come on. She takes you by the hand, and the two of you go up to your room.
Corey's gonna grab a couple of the treats, though, for
Yeah,
for courage.
Absolutely. The two of you head up to your room where you know the sending stone has been sitting on the dresser for the last however long, the last few days. You've oftentimes found yourself kind of lost in thought, staring at it for a moment or two and kind of snapping back to attention before going about whatever you had planned.
Probably saying a silent prayer. I hope he's well.
Mm-hmm. The two of you go up, and you both approach the dresser. She kind of gives your hand a squeeze, and you both sort of stand there for a moment. Do you want to lead, or should I?
Please lead.
You are a wuss.
For once, yes.
Oh. Alright. I'll lead. She takes the sending stone and she begins to mutter into it a little bit, which I can just say out loud because you have high passive perception and you can read lips.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do. You see/hear her say, "Hey, Cedric, we haven't heard from you in a while, and we're getting a bit worried. Hope you're doing okay." A moment passes. She looks to you as she waits for a response. And then you see her eyes she kind of blinks for a second. Okay. Good start. He said, quote, "It's good to hear from you. Perhaps the motivation I needed. While the area is getting excessive, I miss you all. And I hope Corey as well." You hear that? He mentioned you by name.
Shut up. Shut up.
You best be careful. I might get jealous.
There's no reason to be jealous. I have more than enough love to go around. And she'll grab her to hug again.
She smiles and she hugs you back. But what this does mean is that he is okay. I mean, it sounds like Walier is giving him the business, but it sounds like he could be worse. And she kind of holds it up and kind of gestures it to you. You want to take a crack at it, chimp?
How many words can the message be? Because I actually haven't come up with mine just yet.
It's 25.
Thank you. All right. Give me a second. She'll take
However,
it, but
if
she'll-
you go
but she'll
like
wait a second.
if you go like 1 over, I'm not gonna fault you for it.
Okay. I definitely probably won't. I will count, but give me just a sec.
Fucking. And I hope you are. Then there's nothing. It just cuts off. That's one of my favorite sending stone bits is when DMs do follow the hard cutoff and like words will get fucking cut off in the middle of like a sentence. While you're writing that, I remember in my IRL game, we had I sent a message to a friendly NPC trying to figure out where they were, and I remember him being like, "Yeah, we're at a bar in town. What the fuck is this place called? Hey, what is this place called? What do you mean it's called the Bar? What the? Yeah, we're at." And then it cuts out. The bar was actually called The Bar.
In the bar.
But yeah, no, it's always really funny listening to NPCs and just, like have their sentences cut out because they don't know how it works.
Side note.
Mm.
Sending stone Mad Libs. Think about it.
Oh, that'd be really funny. What do you mean this is called? While Punk is writing that message, I hope everybody's having a fun time. River, how are you doing?
Traumatized.
You got a new shiny sword, though.
I do have a new shiny sword.
I will, if you want, help you set that up in your,
I have
on
one
your
for
sheet.
24 words.
Okay.
I have it saved, and I'm going to do it, you know, when I can talk to someone who knows more how to put stuff in.
I can help you do that. Alright, Corey, what is your message?
She's gonna take a steadying breath.
You got this.
I know. It's just. It's really good to hear from him. And holding the stone in her hand, she'll speak into it. I'm better
Wait,
now that we've
hold on.
heard- What?
And she reaches
You
over
bitch,
and she reaches over and she picks up a small piece of gelatin. For luck. She pops it into your mouth.
Ow. Thank you. I'm better now that we've heard from you. Hoping to see you home soon. Or I will mow down whoever stands in my way.
You hear a voice back. It's certainly good to hear from you. It's been a little while, and I'm tired. I won't lie. This does help, though. That's all you get back.
Yeah.
Would you like to say anything else?
We can?
Yeah. Punk, you and I just had this conversation the other day.
I know, but shut up. I wasn't expecting it. Shut up.
So, for those who don't know, typically sending stones only have one usage for the day, but I said, fuck that. This is a custom sending stone. Fuck you.
Gotta love Rocky Talkies.
Mm-hmm.
All Rocky Talkie is correct. I'll say for the use of this that you have one more message you can send off if you want.
Yeah, thank you. Just a sec.
3 uses a day.
Mm-hmm.
Above game, while Punk is doing that, do druids get sending? They don't, right?
No, I think that's just cleric only. Let me double check.
It's bard, cleric, and I think wizard.
Yeah, wizard.
I don't know. if
Maybe
anything
also
else.
Stork, but you know.
I don't know if it's Sork. I know it's those
Checking right
three.
now.
It might be in some subclasses as well.
Just
you-
those three.
You know what? Aberrant Mind might get it.
Here, let me take a look.
It is Bard, Cleric, Wizard, Great Old One, and Peace Domain.
That always seems so weird when they give something to a cleric that is already on their list.
Why wouldn't you give Aberrant Mind that? It's literally about telepathy and telekinesis. It's literally
Well, I
okay.
mean- Maybe just to avoid overlap.
I guess.
Let me get it. And to be fair, what? Wait a minute.
Aberrant
I'm
Mind.
out.
Aberrant Mind gets calm emotions, detect thoughts, hunger of hate. Oh, they do get sending.
Yeah.
Fuck you, D&D Beyond. You lied to me.
No, it's on D&D Beyond. It's probably not updated in the spell list section, but it's in the subclass section.
Interesting. All right.
So I don't think the subclasses have the new ones.
All right. Corey, are you ready? If not, that is okay. I'm just checking.
I just need another second. Sorry.
You're good. You're fine.
While we're waiting, why is sending evocation?
Because I think it's mainly because there's no other real I would say maybe it could fit in divination, but I don't think any other school would really fit it.
Well, divination would be what I would pick anyways. I mean, that's where Rary's telepathic bond
Divination
is, and it's
makes
basically
sense.
the same thing.
Fun fact, there are only 2 level 3 divination spells. That would be clairvoyance and tongues.
Clairvoyance is underrated.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just that no one picks it because level 3 is such a bomber of a spell level.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely a spell that, like, if you can get it for free, or if a DM gives it to you, good.
Mm-hmm. You know, I've got, like, new divination stuff thanks to Tasha's. I still have not used it. Like, I have actual divination, the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should use that more.
Alright, Corey, pencils down. No, I'm just kidding.
Shut up! Hold on!
Just give my boy the Eternity Seer a ring.
If you like it, then just put a ring on it. Oh, excuse me.
Hey, do you all remember that the general is apparently, supposedly, an avatar of Ares?
Yeah, I remember when I threw out that whole thing for you, and then it it turned out that because the whole thing was that the original belief was that the gods reincarnated into avatars, and then you guys found out that the gods were very much still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And so that whole theory just kind of got thrown out the window. That was literally just NPCs theorizing.
I believe it. Also, did we lose a couple people?
Ravon and Lily have vanished from the game. Ravon is back. Lily!
Oh no! I'm ready, by the way.
Oh,
25
mean-
exactly.
That is weird.
I was in the game the whole time. It just said I had lost connection to it.
Weird.
game.
Alright.
Roll 20 fuckery.
Alright, Corey,
Yeah.
what you got?
Truthfully, my sleep is restless while you're away. Hurry home so you can try delights from my home Diana made. Hugs are waiting for you.
You see Diana do that cute, very cute, anime, like the mouth is like U-shaped. Her hands are up on her face. The very cute, gay smile. As she hears you sort of mutter that into the stone.
What are you grinning at?
You see?
What?
She kind of nudges you.
What are you doing? Just looking away, the tips of her ears turning pink.
You get a voice back. That sounds like the respite that I need. I look forward to spending more time with you two once this is all over. That's all you got. The tiny squeal!
This is squeak.
Oh, I love it. What'd he say?
I. The pink is overtaking her face.
I feel like we're two schoolgirls, fangirling over a musician.
No! I know! It's dumb, but I didn't expect it, okay? He said he's looking forward to spending time with... Once this is all over. More time with us, too.
Us.
Well, he said you too, so... TWO.
Shit, he might be onto us.
I mean, we're about as subtle as a... I know I'm about as subtle as a bomb.
Yeah, we're both that way. Not our strong suit. Admittedly.
True, but at least no one know... people know we don't play games.
Yeah, you right.
There is no dishonesty here, which, truth be told, is what we want would require is honesty.
She smiles a little bit. She kind of wipes some happy tears from her eyes. Anyways, speaking of games, do you want to go and try to catch the Turkish delight that I made into each other's mouths?
That sounds amazing, because I just feel like a weight has been lifted off my chest. Yes.
Good. Oh, gods be blessed. I was waiting
Can we
for
grab a
that.
bottle or two of wine and just call it a bubble bath night? Just...
You know me. I don't drink. I get horny when I drink. I get horny. I get gossipy. I already feel bad about the funny juice. Corey, you do know that is the only time you have ever seen Diana drink.
Wait, the what jokes? Say it again? I think I missed that first word.
You know that, excuse me. She said, that she already feels bad about the incident with the funny juice. And
yes, funny juice, okay.
Yes, and that you know that was the only time you've ever seen her drink. Every other time she's politely turned it down. I mean, I'll trade. It's just the two of us. Yeah, fuck it. I can't get back into drinking though, Corey. That's not a good look.
I'll keep it from you outside of special occasions.
You're gonna
okay?
have to cut me off.
I will.
Okay, good.
You get 2 glasses. How's that?
3.
3, and then, all right, we'll get 1 bottle of wine and 1 bottle of juice. That way your glass is never empty, but you will get cut off after 3 glasses of wine. How's that?
Only. Well, I was gonna say only if it's grape juice, but why would it be anything else? We're drinking wine.
I mean, you could want a different juice. There
Yeah,
are
but,
plenty of berries to make juice from.
I mean, yeah, but I was gonna say grape juice, and it's like, oh, it's wine anyway. That's great. Whatever.
There are also different kinds of wine.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
not necessarily a grape. There are many other berries and fruits and such to make wine from.
That is true. But anyways, let's go do that. She smiles and she takes her hand tightly, and the two of you run off to cause chaos. And with that, is everyone has some rather intriguing days going into the beginning of spring. I believe that's where we are going to end it, as we are going a little bit over on time. I thought this
Yay.
would be a shorter session, and then it was not.
You only thought.
We had to find Excalibur. We had to do that.
Yeah.
Correct. Lily,
Exactly.
Yes,
you got a brand new sword, gamer.
I do. I have a fucking badass as fuck sword.
Correct. But with that being said, I'll tell you all right now that it's very likely that next week is going to be the final week of downtime, of these downtime sessions. So, if you have any final things you would like to do, get those to me. Flit, I know what you want to do, and we were going to do that tonight. That will end up happening next week. Rovan, the thing that Kieran suggested to you will likely happen next week as well.
Got it.
But if there's anything else y'all would like to do, go ahead and let me know. And we will do things. But thank you all for being here tonight. Let's go ahead and do outros. Let's start with Corey.
You all can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and sometimes TikTok at PunkyardDog. Oh fuck, I missed Sucker for Love with JC this week. Damn it, I never hit him up. Hopefully that will be next Friday. Thursdays you can find me on twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn, where we have our all Warlock campaign adventure called Pack Tactics. I think, is this week Day Crew?
This week is Night Crew. However,
Okay.
it is the crossover episode.
Oh,
So
that's
Day
right.
Crew will be there.
So you'll see me on twitch.tv/TrashKingArisen as well. And Friday, hopefully, more Sucker for Love with JC Doodles. I'm having a lot of fun with that game.
Dude, fucking... I almost said fishwife, which I guess is technically accurate. I had nothing else to add, just fishwife. Pass it to someone.
Oh, River.
That's me. You can find me over at twitch.tv/WickedRiver97, where I moved my computer now, so shit's actually gonna be fucking quiet when I stream. But also not quiet, because you can hear my child screaming from his room. I have new games I'm gonna play this week. I am very excited. I'm actually gonna be back this week, so...
Yes.
Look forward to that. I'm gonna pass it. I'm tired.
Paza is my name.
Okay.
Pausa is the curse that Wiley is unfortunately suffering under.
True.
Jeff Wast.
Hello. You can find me here at twitch.tv/Jeffro747. This week we'll be doing some Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, finishing that off, some Overcooked 2, and got a couple things working down the pipeline. Just need some artwork to be finished up, and from there, hopefully get to test drive it for a nice one-shot. But other than that,
nothing else really happening. So, CG?
Hello, I'm CG. You can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media, but you can find me on this channel, obviously, every Sunday for War of the Shattered Sun, as well as every other Tuesday for The Curse of Strahd. We are meeting this week, and we're going to be going through continuing our delving into this mysterious dungeon that probably has nothing in it and is very boring. In addition to that, as Punk mentioned earlier, we have Pack Tactics over on Burnout Vaughn's channel. The all Warlock campaign that I shall be DMing, and our
Yeah.
premiere is this Thursday. Hope you can swing by. It is at what time is it at, Punk?
8:30 Central Standard, I think.
She had to think about it.
Am I right?
Actually, no. That is something that we need to double check. It is 8:30. No, it is 9 Eastern.
So yes, 8 Central Standard.
Yes, 8 Central Standard. You did say 8:30.
Sorry, it's 8.
No worries. 9 Eastern, 8 Central Standard. There we go.
Yeah.
But that is. You can also find me over on Brown Vaughn's channel for Strixhaven. We had our first session in a while yesterday, in which we. Well, if you're familiar with Shadow Dancer's Bob's character, Denier, and how he gets traumatized over on Roll With Me, congrats! His multiversal counterpart also got traumatized, so 2 for 2.
Woo! Rule of Bob.
But that's it for me. Let's toss it over to the streamer extraordinaire, Farting Tart.
Fuck, that's me. Yes. Hello, it is I, the pudding pastry of Farting Tart. You can find me here at twitch.tv/fartingtart. Tonight we were missing Sarah and Joe. Sarah again is on vacation and will be missing next week. Joe is without internet at the moment. But you will you will go and give them a follow at Wolfstalker16 and Joe_Mojo, respectively. But yes, you can find me here at twitch.tv/fartingtart, where I do D&D, I do video games. Stuff is still a little hectic at the moment. I have a job interview tomorrow.
Yeah, you
Oh,
did,
yeah.
I have my follow-up interview from the one I had an interview for about 2 weeks ago now, week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And I'm going to be getting a tour of the facility. I'm going to be meeting staff, and I am going to shit my pants. So, yeah.
No.
I'm excited. I'm a bit worried, but I'm excited. And so, yeah, stuff is still going to be up in the air. Once I get settled with a job properly, which will hopefully be this one, I will be able to make some sort of stream schedule for the future so I can have more regular gaming streams again, because I miss doing those. I want to keep playing Pokemon Unbound, which I started for you all. But besides that, yeah, we got D&D stuffs. This week we got the Curse of Strahd, we got Bears of the Torch. I'm on Legacy of the Dealbreakers tomorrow. Do I do like any other fucking games this week? I don't think so. But yeah. So make sure to go and follow all those channels if you want to see more of the me. But I guess that's it for me, huh? I guess we gotta find someone to raid, huh?
Clearly, we should raid Evo. And everyone should go watch fighting games.
I thought Evo just ended. Shit. Good to know.
Don't actually.
No, I know better.
Yes.
Hey, we had wholesome and traumatic moments. Let's go raid into a very toxic environment. I know who we're going to raid. we've never gotten to raid this person before,
Oh,
and I am very
I'm
happy.
curious.
I am very happy that we are going to get to raid them for this.
Who? Hit enter. Hit enter. I want to see.
We're gonna raid Bun!
Bun!
We're gonna go raid Bun!
Yes, I love her.
Bun is a wonderful artist who does a lot of
Super
emote
talented.
work. Super talented, super sweet, super gremlin. They did work for our friend Hirold, who you should also go follow if you don't already. And I'm trying to determine what they're doing at the moment. If I can get
She.
past this ad. Yes, sorry, she. She is actually doing homework. like
A good bun.
Not even a joke. She is doing homework.
Like a good bun.
Yes.
Give
So
her support. Give her your
go-
muns if you're able to.
Give her
And if
give
she's taking
mun,
commissions.
muns for buns.
Muns for buns.
Muns for buns. But go show her a little bit of love. Let her know who sent you. We will be back next week with another episode of Exalia Regalia. Thank you all for joining us tonight. And remember, as always, Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, Stop Asian Hate, and most importantly, you matter. We love you all, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.